All right. I'm trying to find a way to start talking at the beginning of streams in a way that doesn't sound annoying. Because I feel like that sounds annoying, but that's what I got right now anyway. I'm gonna tweet that I'm streaming. And there was a notification from my phone. And I'm gonna put it in Discord to the lovely, lovely people who let me link it in Discord. And I'm gonna set up my stream manager. And we're all set. Easy peasy. That's so cool. I got 3 new followers last time I streamed. And a new follower right before I streamed last time also. Y'all are awesome. Guess what? It's still hot here. So we still have the AC going. That's just how it be sometimes.
Listen to me.
Wardrobe Boiler Suit, hey there! How you doing? Hi.
I used to believe people were either troubled by the endless rain or pained by the season.
I hope you were doing well. I am doing all right. I think I'm feeling better than last time. I'm actually doing pretty good. Can we have a little tour of your wilderness? You may. There's only so much to see because I pretty much am only focusing on making number go up, as I say to my husband. As you can see, I have it all maxed out. Can't go any higher than 50% or plus 50%. Let me see. If I do this, you can see more of it. Every once in a while, I'll be like, let's redo everything. And so I'll like press the button that makes it all reset to 0, and then I'll start putting stuff out again. And so I did that a couple weeks ago, and I tried to make something using the patch 1.6 Dual Festival Wilderness packs that I got, but I don't know. It looks kind of awkward, and there's a section that's like, you can tell this wall is facing out, and this wall is facing in.
Oh.
But hello, Mr. or Mrs. Sputnik. I feel like these houses are not quite right also. But I like the trees. The trees are nice. We've got a bunch of the island of Apiron stuff over here. Got a little bit of Green Lake stuff here. I'm saving a bunch of my wilderness coins for the Nightmare at Green Lake rerun. And I want to see if there's any wilderness packs I didn't get yet. I can't remember if I got them all the first time around. I really like the little planets. That's one of my favorite parts. I really like these things. I don't know what it is, but I just like it. The moon crescent shapes on the water. I think that's really great. Why is Gutian in the middle of the water? Is he flying over the water or is he swimming? I don't think birds can swim, but there he is. You do you. Cool. I like the planets too. I think it would be really cool if the characters interacted in the wilderness. Yeah, if they interacted with the wilderness. The one part of the wilderness that I have seen happen, I haven't made it happen since. I think it was specifically if you have Jessica in your wilderness and you have the Nightmare at Green Lake. I want to say it was if you have the lighthouse out or some other building. She, like, there's a little animation that plays. And she, like, comes out of the lighthouse or comes out of whatever building it is and, like, stretches her arms and yawns and then walks back in. And it's really cute. That's the only special thing I've run into. I should look up to see what the other ones are, if there are anything, if there is anything else. This area is especially chaotic. I clearly do not know what I was supposed to do with this stuff, but here it is. It's just kind of haphazardly put here and there. Hi, Gutien. This is so fun. I've never, like, looked at this stuff. Like, you'd get a little unique line between characters if you have them together. Like, they'd talk to one another with unique dialogue. Wow, I just wrote the same thing twice. What? Oh, I didn't realize... Well, if you wrote the same thing twice, I didn't see it. I haven't seen characters interacting with each other. That would be really cool. I've only seen the characters interact with the wilderness itself. Whee! It's cool to move it around with the camera zoomed in. I love how there's the rainbow here, right next to what I assume is meant to be Uluru Rock. I think. Not 100% sure. But yeah. It is pretty wild. Oh, everyone's together over here. Are we having a meeting? Just having a meeting together.
Oh, this is new.
You guys should have an axe throwing contest. That'd be awesome. Monlich and Eric. So yeah, that's what I got. No, they don't interact. I think it would be a cool feature, though, if different characters had different interactions together when you put them in the wilderness. It would make me want to try different combos of characters, you know? Exactly. Exactly that. I should replace the industrial-looking stuff with something else. Oh yeah, I think this coastline looks pretty good. I did a good job of making this look like it's supposed to be like that. It's an actual continual coastline that goes from one spot to another. Yay!
I used to believe people were either troubled by the endless rain or pained by the
I think I've
ceaseless
got, yeah, 935 saved up right now. So my goal is to try to ignore this stuff. Because, like, I want the stuff that's really interesting to me. Or rather, I want to... Like, this is going to be here for another 28 days. I want to see the Nightmare on Green Lake rerun before I decide to get anything from that newer pack. But, yep. Today we're going to jump back into the event story. I have played some since the last stream, and we are up to chapter 15. So I'll do a very quick recap of what I played since the stream. I think what we did in the stream was get to chapter 10, and Kakania was doing a little therapy session with Isolde, and Isolde was talking about things that happened. Oh wait, no, we did chapter 9 at the end of last stream. So what happened was Kakania brought Marcus to her place to try to convince her to join the circle, and Marcus is like, no, I just wanted to see that book that you got. Who did you get it from? And Kakani's like, oh, don't worry about the book, but I mean, I just got it from Heinrich, and you know, whatever. Anyway, join the circle. So Marcus is like, oh, got it from Heinrich. Okay, good to know. And so she leaves, and on the way out, she kind of walks past Isolde, and Isolde is like, oh, who's that? And Isolde shows up for her meeting with Kakania, and Kakania does a therapy session with Isolde just to try out the bit of psychology she's studied under Freud. And Isolde, in the course of this chapter, revealed, spoiler warning, I'm going to talk about what happened. Spoiler warning, you must mute this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Isolde revealed that there was a fire, and it sounds like it was an accident. It was an accidental fire. And then her brother was on fire. He got burned, and he was on fire, and he started coming at her to get help out of desperation. But she's like, I don't want to get on fire too. And she actually drew a pistol on him and shot him to stop him from coming at her. And so she's like, oh my god, I killed my brother. Oh my god, this was a repressed memory, and it's now coming to the forefront because of this therapy session. And Kakani's like, no, I get it. It was self-defense. It's okay. You're fine. I'm with you. We're gonna get through this. Don't worry. And Isolde's like, really? And Kakani's like, yes, it's better to like process what you've been through and let the emotions flow and not, you know, tamp down on them. And Isolde's like, oh, okay, yeah. And that whole process was really involved. And like, as you can see, there's a battle here. So like, you have a battle that's like Kakania fighting off ghosts and things that kind of represent Isolde's inner demons, I guess. And they talk and stuff. And then, one thing I forgot about how these events work, at the very bottom of the screen, it's really faint, so you might not be able to see it if you're watching this on mobile. It says 1-7 below the most recent chapters. 1-7. And I think that's a date. I think that's January 7th. So all of these, except for the first one, the first chapter says 1-6. And then chapters 2 through 11 all took place on January 7th. And then we go to chapter 12, and that takes place on January 8th. So it's the next day, and there's going to be an art exhibit, and Isolde is going to show some art by her brother, but she's like, I can do it now, and it'll be okay. And this chapter is where everything escalated so hard. It was pretty darn nuts, so I don't know how well I'm going to be able to summarize it. But essentially, Isolde came out as a, like, she's in favor of having a nation state for Arcanus and separating from human society entirely. And she's like, yes, this is what we're going to do. And this is the dream. This is your dream, Kakania. Kakania, you were saying how you want Arcanus to be free. We can be free just like the people on the Golden Isle. And Kakania is like, what? Huh? And so Isolde is like proclaiming this in the middle of the art exhibition when she has the floor. And everyone there is like, did she just say what we think she said? And the police start showing up. And Hoffman and Marcus are there. And they're like, oh my gosh. And just kind of chaos erupts. And this is a big, huge turning point, basically. And Heinrich is like, yep, I'm for that too. That sounds great. That's what we're doing. So, very exciting stuff. 3 days later, January 11th, we zip over to the setting of the Golden Isle. It's been a while. We're back with the Golden Isle. Oh my gosh. At first I thought this was going to be 37, but it's not 37. But we're talking to, we're not talking to, but we're hearing from Vertin. Vertin is trying to send letters to the Foundation from where she's at the island. And she's like, hey, I think that these people are, you know, doing their own thing, and it might be cool if they would join us, but if they don't join us, it may be beneficial to stop them from joining Manus Vindictae. And she sounds a little conflicted and unsure, but it's very interesting. And apparently the narration explains to us that the beach where the attack happened at the end of chapter 5, the beach has been like swept clean, and you don't even see anything from the battle left over. And also at the same time, in the big meeting hall where everybody is, number 210 is doing his whole rhetoric thing and talking about, like, oh, maybe we should do this and that, and the whole crowd is getting angry at him. Sophia's outside and she's freaking out, and apparently we learn through narration that 37 is in a coma and 6 is watching over her. So it's almost like a little bit of a power vacuum if 37 is out of commission at the moment. So, okay. And then we go over to the same day back in Vienna, and Kakania sneaks into a place where they are holding Isolde, and she talks to Isolde, and we find out from Kakania that Isolde had sent a secret letter to Kakania, apparently, saying, hey, this is how you get into my prison cell, and I need to talk to you because I know how to get you what you want. And so Kakania follows the instructions of the letters to get into the prison cell and shows up, and she's like, Isolde, what is going on? Why did you say those things at the art exhibition? What are you talking about? What do you mean you can get me what I want? What is going on? And that is kind of where we left off. So with that, we're going to jump in to chapter 15 of chapter 6, I guess. Part 15 of chapter 6. It's confusing, but we just go with it.
Burn these letters, Marcus. Destroy them in accordance with the Field Mission Manual Article 341, so that no one else can read them.
Hoffman walks briskly, handing over the latest review letter to her assistant.
Okay, Madam Hoffman. But shouldn't we reply to these messages from the field squad?
Don't bother. The secret letters are sent to all active investigators above rank 4. The squad is like the watchers of the critical points. They collect and record every event different to the ones in history and report to the Foundation. These incidents will be the index for evaluating the stability of the current era. In other words, the more reports they send, the more unstable the era is.
Oh, that's interesting.
This keeps every field investigator up to date on the situation so they can plan their next move. In the past, we have seen too many tragedies caused by a lack of information.
See, when you say the past, you need to be a little bit more specific about what past we're talking about. Yay, this plot is confusing still.
But now, our own task is more urgent.
Hoffman bites her lip, rushing Marcus around a corner. Recent events have added a few more strands of white to her hair.
The Circle publicly committed treason. Isolde and Heinrich disappeared. Kakania became wanted. The Leopoldstadt riots and the march of the lower-class arcanists may be directly related to them.
Oh yeah, when Isolde was, like, announcing at the art exhibition her wish to begin a arcanist-only place, she basically implicated Kakania with her and was like, yeah, Kakania and her circle, this is what they want too. So now Kakania is wanted under suspicion that she wants to secede. I mean, this whole group, the building behind them is with a group. So I'm confused about what we thought they were seceding from previously. I don't know what I thought. I wasn't sure what they were seceding from before. But I guess it's pretty clear now. From human society, essentially. The Leopoldstadt riots and the march of a lower-class arcanist may be directly related to them. Oh, is there stuff happening right now? Or stuff that has happened before? Or stuff that happened in the future, and yeah.
Heinrich and Isolde's speech is like the sparks that ignited the powder keg that is Vienna. The riots have been going on for days.
Oh, there's been riots over the past 3 days. Okay.
Why was Miss Kakanya wanted? She didn't act out of line in the exhibition and seemed totally unaware of the speech. All she had was the book, which didn't belong to this era. Clearly, Heinrich didn't tell her a thing.
Right. Heinrich was the one who gave Kakanya that book. And now Heinrich is like, yeah, we should all secede from human society and make an Arcana society.
It is because she is the known founder of the Circle, and a middle class with no background.
An easy target.
This is good news for us, Marcus. We can start with Kakanya. They did protect her from being wanted, which means she has not been fully assimilated into this elite group of nobles.
They, as in the secessionists?
How typical of Manus Vindictae.
Oh, Manus
We
Vindictae.
need to find her fast. Luckily, the spider tail you put on her is reacting.
Oh. Crash. Stones scrape over the top of her head. Wow. The investigators turn back in shock. The statue standing at the entrance to the Foundation's Vienna branch has just been shattered to pieces. A hysterical laugh can be heard booming from the 4th floor window.
Go to hell, you dirty, disgusting officials! For a kingdom of freedom!
For a kingdom of freedom.
Shoot, they're attacking the Foundation branch. Focus on what's important, Marcus. Someone summoned a bunch of critters on Kärtnerstraße. They're coming this way.
Fight time! I'm really pleased that there's so many fights, but of course it's a main story, so there's gonna be a lot of fights. I'm waiting for Pridewind.gg to update the insight material farming, like best farming locations for each insight material, just like in the past when they did that with patch 1.5, I want to say it was. Oh, they're so cute! Look at them! They have little mustaches. Eehee. One stack of I'm Polite. I love the name. Oh my gosh. Uh-huh. Okay. That's confusing. Whatever, I'll do whatever.
Can I start running?
Here we go. The music. I don't know who I'm supposed to get rid of first.
Another star? I know the moon, and this is an alien city. Break it, break it! Enjoy!
Uh-oh, silence. Does that affect channel? It does. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And nothing to cleanse it. Disarm and silence is rough. Boo. I can't use anything. Well, I'll just move this around and heal myself and use a debuff on that thing.
It's wrong.
One more round. And what's this? I'm polite. When being attacked by refined reef carbuncles, take additional Genesis damage. Yeah, okay. That's basically what I read. I thought it was more complicated than that, but I guess not. Wait, I can use channel. So I got interrupted before because of something. I need to re-look up what types of things interrupt channel from happening, I think.
Newly made this year.
So long lives this, and this gives power to thee. Did anybody get hurt?
I love Balloon Party's skin and how it makes her heel look cool. Alright, is this gonna work? Let's find out. Oh, it is.
There they are.
Yay! Very good, very good.
Another shark? Newly made this year.
Each moment, now light.
Got you. Let's get it over quick. There they are.
So it's, refined carbuncles. I'm assuming this is also a refined carbuncle. Look at it! Refined Lord Bunkle. Does it count? It's not the exact same name. It's not the exact name. If this was a TCG, they would, they'd be like, oh, it's not the exact same. I mean, I think they would.
A sword sharp.
Coming.
I believe in you. So long lives this, and this gives power to thee.
I'll fill the cup for you.
Premio sereno intenso ad infinito.
Okay, so that's how that works. Alright, we've just about got it.
Newly made this
A
year.
sword sharp. Did anybody get hurt? It's time to say goodbye.
I love this
Don't
skin
miss me,
so
really.
much.
I'll be back.
It's so pretty. And there's butterflies on it that flip their little wings, and gosh, I want someone to like do a video that's dissecting all of the costumes in the 1.6 patch skins, because they're gorgeous. I think that one most of all. A strangely scented smoke spreads out over the street, making the already chaotic scene even more incomprehensible.
Something's wrong with this mist. Maybe the evaporation of the arcane potion. Devil's shoestring, judging by the smell, for better diffusivity.
The voice cast for this patch has been excellent. At least to my, American ear, it's really, really good. I don't know. Any Europeans in the stream, give a shout out if you like the accents. I'm curious what you think.
Marcus, cover your mouth and nose, but enters the Foundation's branch when it clears up.
Hoffman pulls Marcus's hand, darting through this crowd at speed to avoid inhaling more of the unknown gas. At last, they reach an area not yet engulfed by chaos. Hang on a second, I think I got confused. We'll enter the Foundation's branch when it clears up. Okay, so they're leaving for now, and they'll come back later. For now, all that's left for them is to wait. The unseasoned investigator stands, stunned and uncharacteristically vacant in mind. I was planning on skipping Marcus's banner, but I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be hard to skip, because she's a cutie patootie.
Marcus, are you okay? Did the mist get to you?
No.
Look at her. Marcus pats her head, where a layer of cold sweat has formed.
Madam Hoffman, the terrorists and the people in the march, what they shouted, for a kingdom of freedom. That's what Miss Ditterstorff said in the exhibit, and she quoted that from Dr. Kakanya. And it was me. I told that to Dr. Kakanya. I told her about the island. I told her it's a place of freedom for arcanists. So I'm the one who caused this turmoil. I told them the secret of the Golden Isle and caused the chain reaction.
Oh my goodness. Hoffman seems to have neither words of comfort nor criticism planned. She bites her tongue in her mouth. Marcus, meanwhile, collapses slowly to the ground as she holds her head.
I didn't listen to you. I'm too reckless. I lack rational thinking. I'm unstable and out of control. And the one thing I can control, my arcane skill, didn't help at all.
Aww, it helped a lot.
You vouched for me and appointed me to the field mission from the headquarters, but I...
Maybe it is like what you said.
Hoffman rubs her temples figuratively, ignoring the now pale complexion of her subordinate.
Maybe you did play a role in this era, causing a butterfly effect in history. But trying to be responsible for everything beyond one's capability is a symbol of irrational hubris.
This is why I love overly rational characters, like Spock in Star Trek, you know? Like those types of characters that are really obsessed with rationality and stuff like that. Is that they might come across as really harsh, but then other times they can be a source of, like, helping you wake up from spiraling into despair.
First of all, creating chaos in this chaotic time is more than easy. Just look at all the frequent ethnic conflicts, assassinations, and espionage. If not the circle and is old, the Manus will find themselves a different flashpoint.
There you go.
You never know how the leaked information will simmer. Its subsequent spread is uncontrollable, and remorse would be useless. The thing is, everyone has their own ideas about that island. Your words just deepened the expectations.
Sorry. Her cheeks finally regain some color.
As for your self-assessment, we have all heard it. Humans are more rational and arcanists are more emotional. They're sensitive to the darkness in the world so they can easily become absorbed in their own emotions and ignore reality. But if we put a human child in the position of an arcanist, who always takes on the world because of his uniqueness, who is never understood for his talents, maybe he too will become impulsive, sensitive, immature, and unstable. And that's why it sometimes dawns on me that if we put an arcanist child in the position of a human being who receives enough love, education, and positive feedback, these instabilities might be controllable. At least enough to keep them from hurting themselves or others.
What is she suggesting? Okay, right. So we're talking about nurture versus nature.
Madam Hoffman?
I took you away from the storm in 1912. It has been a long time after that, so I know how precious it must be for you to return to 1914.
Very interesting. So a storm happened in 1912, and now time has caught up, basically? to where it was previously? That's interesting. I didn't even realize that that was a thing that was happening. I thought that the time spent at each of these times was short enough or something. Man.
And your urge to complete the mission and go back to Romania. You are not an impulsive person, Marcus. You're just growing up, and you do need to grow.
Hoffman brings her hand to her mouth, coughing softly and hesitantly.
As for appointing you, it was by my own will, because the age of humans has come to an end.
Whoa, that's a statement. What do you mean by that, Hoffman?
The age of humans is ending?
Huh? Marcus staggers back to her feet. Contrary to her expectations, Hoffman's expression is unchanged, as if she is merely stating an established fact.
If the eras keep on regressing, human technologies would fail to accumulate. Meanwhile, arcane skills that depend largely on the individual's potential will shine.
Okay.
In this war of reversals, futures and time, it is you who will survive, not us. And that's why sooner or later, you'll have to go at it alone.
Ooh.
This is the most rational assessment I can make for the continuation of civilization.
I don't know why. I assumed that Hoffman was an arcanist also. I guess she was a human. Okay.
Rational. But I've been doing my best to be rational as well. Even though I keep reading and practicing information analysis, I can't make a choice. What if I make a wrong choice? What if there's no right answer? What if I never told Kakanya about...
Enough. You're getting carried away. There is nothing mysterious about rationality. It simply guides us out of confusion and straight to the essence of things.
The essence?
The reason why we're doing a job here is simple, Marcus. Arcanists keep going to the menace. It's because they can promise the salvation while we can't. Therefore, decoding their immunity ritual against the storm is top priority. If we can't, being isolated on a small piece of land, we're bound to meet our end in this temporal catastrophe.
I don't know what this little bit means. Small piece of land? What? Huh? Like, is she talking about the Golden Isle or something else? Decoding their immunity ritual against the storm is top priority. I mean, wouldn't that mean that a bunch of Arcanists will get swallowed up by the storm, though, if you do that? That seems kind of cruel. Personally.
We're not the only investigators sent by the headquarters. So our mission is to collect every clue left by the Menace and send them back to La Place. Everything else is secondary.
Marcus presses her lips tightly, not wanting to speak. She takes a deep breath, following Hoffman's words as they step out of the darkness. She can do nothing more than focus intently on their current situation.
Madam Hoffman, besides finding Miss Kakanya, there may be another way. That painting, the last work of Theophil, the Salvation, something's off with it. When I read it in the exhibition, I felt a familiar afflatus. It was concealed in a clever way, but I noticed the traces of concealment.
Oh?
Manus's arcane skill.
Marcus hesitates for a moment, performing at once a nod and shaking her head, creating a muddled response.
But I couldn't read anything more from it. If we can persuade Miss Kakanya to help us with her arcane skill...
Is her arcane skill similar to yours?
No, quite different. I fought her once. I feel that under certain conditions, our arcane skills might be complementary.
I think it's so interesting that Marcus has this perception check arcane skill. It's really cool. Marcus posits wholeheartedly, once again drifting into her own thoughts.
Well done, Marcus. This is something only you can do. The government has a painting now. The field agent squad can retrieve it for us.
Huffman nods, loading more bullets into the chamber.
The fog has cleared. Let's go. Now, we need to find Kakanya.
Okay. So many thoughts swirling in my head. Man, oh man.
Did you hear that? The sound of a match scraping against the box? War, like an unstoppable train, hurtles down the track with its passengers vanishing in the thick in the train. The elderly tremble in the corner. Oh, but the only young man aboard is filling coal into the furnace. Meanwhile, another train is hurtling down the same. Alas. The two trains are destined to collide. Pay close attention. You'll see. Next, let's turn to where the train departed. To rewind the clock to before the whistle blew. And then, child, look somewhere far from here. In the Schönbrunn Palace, where the fine gentlemen of Austria-Hungary eagerly plan the extension. But the Habsburgs value their honors so much that first they... Yet in another land, a humiliated people were gathering in secret. Fate drove an open-topped car there, carrying an ill-fated couple. Their presence, a crushing indignity that could not be endured.
Talking about Ferdinand, the Duke.
An avenging bullet was sent to them as a gift from a luck-struck patriot.
The shot that started World War I.
In a moment, each party was granted their long-sought excuse. Boots had their excuse to kick down their doors.
Right.
And guns their excuse. A yearning furnace at last had its reason to burn.
This is the first time where I've been able to follow what she's saying so well.
My dear, it's not a story of hatred or anger. The footprints were laid down before you. Fresh-faced boys traded books and toys for rifles, and poets were buried in trenches, musicians. But those war starters? Those who doodled their ambitions on maps while supping their dessert would lose nothing.
There you go. War is started by the powerful, and it churns up bodies just like they're nothing.
The dew-fed river would still flow, and the facades of their great palaces would never be chipped or rocked. Nothing stains their hands, save the cream from their cakes. Perhaps... we wait. Wait for a pouring rain to douse the fires. A flood that might sweep the armies, wagered like betting chips from their maps. Then, perhaps, that car will turn and the fated dead will come back to life. But you know that will not be how the story ends.
I don't know what she's describing at the end there, but okay. Let's go ahead and try out hard mode as well. Same thing as before. I don't know if there's, like, I guess you want to focus. You can make these rioters get -3 moxie if you hit them with a stronger flatus, but it's only once.
May the peace be with us. I believe in you.
Yep, let's tag that guy once.
Another jar? So long lives this, and this gives power to thee. I said hello. Enjoy! Ouch! Got you!
Oh, all right.
It's newly made this year. Another jar? A sword shot. You don't want to miss it. Sempre caro mi fu quest'ermo cole.
Yikes, that's a lot of damage. Goodness gracious.
There they are. It's newly made this year. I believe in you. Did anybody get hurt? Legno sereno intenso ad infinito. A sword shot. So that's your idea. Coming! So long lives this, and this gives power to thee. Did anybody get hurt? I'll fill the cup for you. Ah!
So far, the new enemies have been pretty basic. They're just like people and other people and some more carbuncles, but we put mustaches on them, which I appreciate the mustaches. I think that's very cute, but also it's not that exciting. It's not very new, you know?
I believe in you. It's newly made this year. Party planner. Sempre caro mi fu quest'ermo cole. Gotcha. Did anybody get hurt? It's alright. Depict the world I have never seen before. Star. Where is it? Another jar? Each moment, now light. The story begins with a battle dot. Who did this first? Who got at last? I believe in you. It's newly made this year. Your idea. Legno sereno intenso ad infinito. Gotcha. It's time to say goodbye. Don't miss me.
I love that music at the end.
I'll be back.
It's so cute. Wow, I got a lot of stuff. I think this is really cute. How are we
I
doing?
used to believe people
Wow,
were
that's a
either
lot of
troubled by
dust.
the
Or
endless rain.
wait, what's it called? Clear drop. That's a lot of clear drops. I just keep collecting them and collecting them. Yep, one more. I always try to have at least 60 clear drops, just in case I want to use a little bit to get even more activity. Although I don't think I'm at that point right now, but it's just a habit. Okay. Oh, it's done. I finished it. Ta-da! Wowzer. Yeah, I think I used a lot of those just to get Isolde from the gacha. What else happened?
What are you talking about?
Here we go.
Storm? The war? I don't understand.
Kakania covers her head, retreating backwards.
If that's true, then the world we are living in, the era, and the people, everything will be destroyed in the near future.
Outside, the thick smoke of the riot rises. Far away, the windows of the cafe are shattered by debris and people scatter in all directions. And in the distant grand halls and in the exquisite mansions filled with roses, the waltz of the great empire continues to play.
Only the chosen ones will survive the storm. What about the others? Millions out there have never even heard of the storm.
Yes, only the chosen ones will survive the storm. This is a trial, Doctor.
She remains smiling and calm, like an uncanny portrait of her former self. Oh my gosh, this character change has been wild. A person Kakania feels she no longer knows, or maybe never did. I think that's true.
A trial? Then who started it? Who decided the standard? You? Or the so-called guiding one? God? Or the supreme existence? Who gave them the power to decide the fate of others? Who allows such absurdities to happen?
She steps forward with each salvo in her barrage of questions, voicing the confusion burning in her mind.
What is the past with the right order? If time just keeps going backwards, when and where will it stop? To a time when man did not exist? Or to a time before civilization? Then why did we write poems, pursue art, and develop civilization? Why did we try so hard to make progress? What was the point of it all?
Her chest heaves like a burning furnace, rage red hot in her face. Meanwhile, the delicate figure ahead only slightly furrows its brow.
I don't understand, Doctor.
The cold face tilts, as if taken with genuine bewilderment.
Why are you so concerned about the others?
Huh?
Kakanya suddenly feels a chill rising from her hands and feet.
When we reach the new world, we can fully realize your dream. We will create a kingdom of freedom for everyone. As for the embers of the old world, they are like a tumor that should be removed. I care about them.
Tumors that should be removed?
Oh boy. Kakanya watches her bow. She remains standing on the stage. Isolde gently lifts her skirt, swaying her body as if dancing, her voice melodious as if singing. This is a waltz. This is a Strauss waltz. No one else hears the silent waltz she's dancing to beneath the drumbeat of the explosions outside.
Look at this painting. How chaotic it is. Look at the repression in the darkness. Look at the beasts in the people's hearts, and the maggots under the golden surface. I listen to them as they listen to me. The shadowy echoes inside the skulls, the cacophonies of chaotic colors, the smudges on the canvas of rationality, and the filth in front of magnificent boulevards. They were excised, suppressed. The top paint scraped off and replaced with an empty, monotonous white. Yet, in the end, they will be released to the fullest, to everything.
She spins, performing the steps of her waltz, her skirt tracing a circle as demure as the satin shoes on her feet. As she dances, A close, cacophonous roar rises from the window.
Downstairs. Is that an explosion? You...
The dancer before her suddenly seems more dangerous than ever, but her feet are stuck, as if coated in resin, unable to move a step.
Theophil has left. He shone like a star in the end, just as he wished.
Wait, what?
But the rest of them, with their rocks and shattered windows, are still left to struggle. If only I could help them. Just like how I helped Theophil.
What do you mean you helped Theophil?
She smiles, an arc filled with saccharine pity.
You didn't hear him. You were not there. He ran at me, stuttering my name.
Right.
Every inch of his skin was ravaged by flame.
Right.
So much pain. So much spectacle. I need to get water! But he was already on fire. And the only water I found was in his skull and veins.
She suddenly stops, as if the music score and something. Arm extends straight, her thumb points up, her index finger extends forward pointedly, her forearm lifts into a shooter's stance.
Bang!
The sound of this empty gunshot pierces straight through Caconia, as surely as a bullet.
No, Miss Ditterstoff. Isolde, you shot Theophil on purpose?
The doctor's lips mutter, voicing the question as if to herself, as if searching for the proof to her own something. She still remembers the fragile trembling that filled her embrace that day, and the sensation of tears soaking her neck.
So this is the truth you had repressed? You...
The actress turns around, never before so true to life.
You were right, Doctor. Lifting your repression is the first step to liberation. I am fully cured. Look at me. Did I do a good job?
Once again, an explosion rocks the ground from below, and smoke begins to pour over the streets, rising into view. This room, so rich in history, is shaken by bursts of long-aged dust.
Come with me, Doctor. I am inviting you, just like how you invited me. Let's heal the world and save it together.
The actress turns and reaches out, but now there is no one before her. Only an empty door. Oh boy.
Doctor?
She runs, her mind forcefully blank. Without the luxury of reason, direction, or purpose, she flees on instinct alone. Finding her way back quickly reaches a dead end. The path she came by is obscured, everything warping beneath the unsettled dust.
There! Is that Miss Caconia? Relax, people! Miss Caconia is on our side. She has helped us a lot.
Ilich?
Behind Ilich stands a throng of bizarre figures. Immigrants without residence permits, workers who can't pay their rent, farmers who have lost their land, traders who can't afford their wares, critters with nowhere to go within the city.
What are you doing?
A gentleman from America said we could do something big here. So I gathered everyone.
Gentlemen from America?
We will march down to the Kärntnerstrasse, to the Vienna branch of the Foundation. Our slogan will be, equal rights and freedom for Arcanus. How American is that?
The peddler feigns a smile, yet his expression remains spirited.
He seems to be quite a big shot with wads of cash in his pocket and reliable connections in the government.
Wait, if he has reliable connections in the government, why is he telling you to riot and stuff? You should be really suspicious of him.
He said we no longer have to worry about the residence permit and the Arcanum license after this job.
No longer.
Kakania chews on the words absent-mindedly, but the hopeful figure immersed does not seem to notice.
Aren't you coming with us, miss? This kind of activity is your favorite, isn't it? Hey, where are you going?
Right. Where are you headed? Dr. Kakania, isn't this exactly what you've always been so passionate about? Doctor, isn't this exactly what you've espoused? Just put in practice? Out of nowhere, she recalls the words of that poem. Seeking silence in the woods, I asked him. A sharp question shoots up out of her skull.
Kakanya, you should be tried and punished. Why?
Oops, sorry.
You gave your friends hope, prescribed them treatment, and vowed to stand by their side. But now you're silent and turning away. This is a betrayal. You betrayed your patient. You ran away from your kind. You are unfit to be a psychiatrist. You
Oops.
being.
One moment. Test, 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 test. Are we good? We're good.
What am I supposed to do then? My patient. I never figured out her true thoughts and feelings. And my fellow kinfolk, they were innocent and unaware of the manipulations of the influential. Even I was in confusion. How could I tell them the truth that I didn't know? How am I supposed to face the overwhelming madness and destruction on my own? So you're just someone who happens to stumble upon the truth? A bystander who happens to be watching from the shore? This is why you are a disgrace. It's a sin to just stand by and watch. It's a sin to promise salvation, but fail to bring them ashore. It's an even greater sin to ignore this tragedy and turn away.
I think right now you just need to take a second and sit down and process everything. You're not, like, giving up. You're just... You were just handed so much information that is existentially challenging your worldview, so...
Yes. I admit. I'm a hypocrite. I used to be so eager to help my friends, but when they really needed me, I turned my back on them.
How?
I told her to release her repressions, but when she actually did, I couldn't face the destructive consequences.
You literally didn't know that she was a murderer.
I propagated my dream with great enthusiasm, hoping all my kids could live in a free world. But if it's realized in this way, it's the worst nightmare imaginable for everyone. I said I would start the secession of the Arcanists, but what is the essence of this movement? A rebirth? Or a complete betrayal? I'm just like my father, mother, and brother, who tried to shed the label of Arcanists selling small wares as soon as they climbed up the social ladder. I'm lost. So please, tell me, what should I do?
The reply is a cold laugh.
You already know, don't you?
Wer wird im Regen verschwinden? Wem wird das ewige Glück gewährt? Die Gnade von oben. Und diese Leere, das Aufhören der Existenz.
In a daze, she stands in the middle of the ring road, letting the chaos pass by around her. A stone debris from another explosion flies toward her, but her stance remains unchanged, as if oblivious or welcoming of it.
Miss Kakanya!
Whoa. The stone suddenly changes its trajectory. Way to go, Marcus! Her body is pulled away. The figure shaking her is a familiar face.
You are fine. Thank goodness. I've been trying so hard to find you. I have something important to tell you.
The young assistant clutches the doctor's sleeve tightly.
A catastrophe is about to sweep across the globe.
It's really happening soon, huh?
But there are
Wow.
still things we can do. If it goes smoothly, perhaps we can save plenty of lives.
Yeah, it really makes you think, like, you know, what is the Foundation doing to try to save a bunch of people from the storm, since they know that the storm is about to happen, apparently. Or at least they have a little bit of information about it. They strut and swagger, apparently not considering the possibility that they may soon be facing the real thing. Ah, battle! Carbuncles! I feel like using some different characters. I haven't used Necrologist yet since building her. She's not really going to be useful in a fight where I'm not in danger of dying. So...
I'm no master of a teamwork.
Why not give this a try? Aw, wait. I don't have a Flatus that's strong against Spirit. Oh well.
Leave it to me.
Music will speak.
All of the channel!
Please, take good care of yourself. Enjoy! It's wrong! Got you! Loaded.
The bones will
I'll
tell.
just keep doing this over and over again, I guess.
I will help you.
Pardon me.
You don't want to miss it. It's wrong. There they are. Leave it to me. It's newly made this year.
Music will speak.
In a second.
Stay away from me.
Load.
The bones will tell.
Another jar? Power from the soil.
Victory, the mother of arrogance.
Like stray locusts or straggling rats, weak and exposed. I like rats. Yay, more clear drops. Alright, it's been an hour. I could take a really quick break. I feel like because it's so hot, maybe it'll be smarter for me to take more breaks instead of less. I'm just gonna do just a little quick one every hour. Let's see here. Okay, so I'll just be right back. I'm gonna get up, get something to drink, use the restroom, and I'll be right back. I suggest you do the same if you're watching this. I'll be right back. After these messages, we'll be right back. there we go. I want to use a German accent as I'm listening to these accents in this story, but I'll try not to do that, at least not too much. I can't help it. I want to look over at Twitter. Real quick, before we dive back into the story, I just want to real quick do a shout out to hashtag boycott HYV, in other words, boycott Hoyoverse. I am also participating in the boycotting of Hoyoverse games. I would say, like, what I want to see from Hoyoverse is evidence that they are listening to the voices of people of color in the gaming community and implementing the things that the people of color are talking about. So I'm not really a person of color per se. It's complicated because I'm like mixed race, but I'm like white passing, you know. So I'm, you know, basically here to lift up POC voices, and the POC voices I have heard have all been like, yo, Natlan characters in Genshin Impact look pretty white. That's something, and it's so much so that it's worth remarking upon, and that's kind of a bummer. So yeah, listen to POC voices out there, and I'm going to be not streaming any Hoyoverse games. I'll just be doing non-Hoyoverse games, and I'm also going to be not spending any money on them. And I've also heard that there's CN players that are recommending to review bomb Hoyoverse games as well. So it's up to you, obviously, what you want to do, but those are suggestions I've heard. Yeah. Anyway, I loved how Reverse 1999 had the was it 1.3? I think 1.3 was, or was it 1.4? Either 1.3 or 1.4 was oh no, I've forgotten what it was called, but the patch that had Kalabauna and Shemaine, that made me so happy, especially with Shemaine, who is especially dark-skinned, and he's just such a cool guy, and we don't have, like, more dark-skinned characters who are enemy NPCs that we're fighting against, you know? It feels like there's more diversity, and I appreciate that about this game. It's not without its faults, of course, for sure. But it's times like this that I really appreciate that there are games out here that are putting more effort in, and I appreciate the effort. Okay, let's dive in to part 17 of this story. I think that's what we're doing, right? Yeah, part 17. Oh boy. And now, the most anticipated performance. Holy smokes. What is this going to be like? Art above all. Vienna People's Opera.
The field agent squad cannot make it this time. They have a more urgent mission. But the Vienna branch already requested support from the army, even though we haven't told them what is happening. They are irritated by the blatant attack. We'd better use the power of the era now.
Wait, what? The power of the era? What does that mean? Hoffman clips a Laplace-issued communicator back on her waist.
Only one question remains. Is the source of this intel reliable, Marcus?
Sorry, I'm making a bunch of noise trying to get comfy.
Are Isolde and Heinrich really playing in the premiere of Tosca?
She questions her assistant, but her gaze is fixed on Kakania, who sits there idle in thought and action.
Yes, it may sound a bit absurd, But that is Miss Cacanha's inference.
It is you who asked for cooperation. I've done what I can and told you everything I know.
She hangs her head, her voice uncharacteristically dispirited.
Unless the show is cancelled, Isolde will show up. She is a perfectionist when it comes to her work. If she shows up, so will Heinrich. Neither of them is under bounty, and the upper class loves her performance, so it's not hard for them to guarantee a show, even in these troubled times.
Neither of them is under bounty, but wasn't she, like, being detained at the Foundation?
I know her well. She will be there, if I know her as well as I think I do.
Cacanha says nothing more, her eyes fixed on a curtain, locking into a trance. The opera is about to begin. The audience pass through the aisles and take their seats on the soft chairs. Man, I'm looking forward to this, and I'm hoping it's going to be like a really crazy cutscene. That'd be great.
Madam Hoffman, what mission is the field agent squad dealing with?
Marcus speaks up, trying, in the manner of her books on conversation, to ease the momentary awkwardness. In the manner of her books on conversation? Like she has books that she reads to study up on how to have a conversation that's not awkward or something?
Assassinations. There has been an outbreak in the Empire over the past 3 days. They are sent to guard the important people. So,
did the assassination of Franz Ferdinand happen, like, literally recently? Wait a second. Hang on. You know what? I know this game, and I know that they would pay attention to details. You know what I'm talking about? So, I'm gonna look up Franz Ferdinand assassination. Also, this is, kind of unfortunate that this event is happening, at the same time that we here over at in the US, just had a little bit of a teensy bit of a little assassination attempt, just a couple days ago. Oh. Well, I mean, just for the record, the assassination of Franz Ferdinand and his wife, in 1914 was June 28th. Oh, wait a second! Wait. June 14th. Like, the dates I was looking at... The dates I was looking at underneath each of the parts for this event, like, was it month day or day month? It looked like it was month day, because it said 1/6, then 1/7, then 1/8, and then 1/11. So I'm pretty sure that's month day format, and not like 1/6 meaning June 1st. But whatever. Anyway, I guess we don't know if this is supposed to be in reference to Franz Ferdinand's assassination. They did reference Franz Ferdinand in that little snippet of the narrator talking to us in between the parts, so I don't know.
We're out of manpower right now, so don't expect any backup. But don't worry. We don't need to capture or defeat the menace, just focus on the original ritual. Put your own safety first. Understand, Marcus?
Hoffman, you keep giving contradictory priorities, I feel like, and I'm not vibing with it. At one point, it's like, our number one priority is not to change history. And then another time, you're like, our number one priority is to investigate the menace, blah, blah, blah. And then now you're like, your number one priority is your own safety. When I have a manager, I want my manager to be 100% clear about what the priorities are. Marcus signals her understanding. Once again, she dives into her read on the interior of the Vienna People's Opera.
The audience is bigger than the tickets sold. I counted the seats in the balcony and the gallery. There are still too many people in the main hall. Are they all staff of the Vienna branch?
What if they're like plainclothes police or something?
No. This could be the doing of Manus Vindicte.
Oh, plainclothes Manus Vindicte.
What are you laughing at?
That's you, Miss Foundation. You have no idea where you are. This is Vienna, the city of music. And this is Isolde and Tosca. People are crazy about them. I bet they would even stand outside the railings if standing tickets were sold. And when it reaches Act 3, they would fling themselves over the edge, crying, "Oh, Scapia, avanti addio."
Hoffman's brow hangs heavy with vigilance.
Don't get what you're saying, but it sounds even worse than Manus Vindicte.
I doubt that.
I collected information about this opera.
Tosca. Marcus hands off another stack of material to her mentor.
Rome, 1800s. Painter Mario Cavaradossi and singer Tosca are two lovers. Cavaradossi has been arrested for helping the fugitive Cesare Angelotti, former consul to the Roman Republic. To save her lover, Tosca turns to Scarpia, the chief of police. Scarpia has coveted Tosca for a long time, so he proposes that Cavaradossi will be freed if Tosca gives herself to him. Tosca submits to him, but when he tries to embrace her, Tosca stabs him in the heart with a dagger.
Aha.
Oh, for heaven's sake, how did you make that sound so boring?
Caconia stands up, unable to bear the indignity any longer. Now there's a true Viennese. She reaches out, snatching the stack.
I don't think you should read this script ahead of time. It takes away all the surprises. Just let the singer guide you and immerse yourself in this world. Isolde is very good in guiding the audience. She's the best there is.
Caconia grips the script tightly, ready and willing to defend her beloved play.
As a seancer, her incredible arcane skills allow her to act like the characters themselves on stage. She can do all kinds of voices, even those that seem physically impossible. When she does this, she becomes a completely different person, taking us to a world beyond reality.
Didn't this Isolde tell you that she's a murderer the other day?
It'll feel like witnessing a miracle firsthand.
Oh yeah, now it's hitting her. She realizes her behavior is, for the moment, quite grossly inappropriate. Caconia slinks back down and removes her glasses, holding them in her hand.
Sorry, I got a little excited.
Yeah, I get it, I think.
This is how much I looked forward to this opera.
She trembles as her hands reach up to grasp her forehead, her voice falling into a sob. Marcus hesitates, but eventually reaches out, placing a hand on her shoulder.
I'm sorry. I know you still see her as a friend.
No, I'm just thinking. I thought I knew my friends and my kin. But really, I had no idea of what they were truly thinking. Even with this mirror and all the psychological theories. I am like Pandora who opens a box without knowing what was inside.
Ooh.
Was it hope? Or destruction?
Okay, that was a nice metaphor. Sometimes I feel like the metaphors in this game can be a little just over the top, but that was pretty good.
That sounds dark.
It is dark. This game is dark, Marcus.
But I also think perhaps we can never truly understand one another. But things won't get any better if I give up because of it.
Yeah, that's right. Caconia shakes her head, rubs her eyes forcefully, and puts on her glasses once more.
I cannot turn my back on this. Don't worry about me, Miss Marcus. Now that I am here, I will fulfill my promise.
Give it up for Miss Caconia! She has been through it. And here she is, and she's pulling herself together. Oh my goodness.
I will stop her. As for the doomsday you talked about, I don't know what I can do about it, to be honest. All I know is, if I don't stop her today, every day of my life will feel like doomsday.
Ooh.
No matter what happens from here, The show has begun.
The lights dim, just as she had scripted it. The black-haired opera singer steps to the front of the stage. Here we go!
Please, enjoy. Even if the world ends tomorrow, we still have a show to enjoy.
Are they not going to show us any of it? This feels like they're not going to show any of it. It's just going to be us applauding, or the characters applauding. Boo. Oh, there's Kakania right there, and Marcus and Hoffman. Okay, let's see. Is it repeating? Oh, I had to click. All right.
Going smoothly. Looks like Isolde is going to finish the show. But how did she get on stage? No one saw her backstage.
Oh, really?
A secret passage, like at the exhibition. Marcus, keep an eye on Isolde. I'll go find Heinrich. The branch staff will take action as soon as she comes off the stage. I'll talk to you on the intercom.
Hoffman rises from her seat. The surrounding audience look at her disapprovingly. Marcus stares intently at the stage. The spotlight shines, casting its beam on the stage's sole protagonist. Vienna's unparalleled nightingale. But Marcus has no interest in her beautiful songs. She's only calculating the progress of the unseen drama. Yeah, it seems to be repeating. Okay. It's hard to interrupt.
This is the second act. Scarpia, the chief of police, will propose a bargain. Tosca will pretend to submit and request safe conduct for her and Cavaradossi when Scarpia signs the paper.
Her focused state narrows her vision. Marcus can even feel the slight tremble of the star's hair as she sings. Tosca bows before the statue, brewing her revenge.
La più breve Civitavecchia?
A small piece of paper is retracted from Tosca's fingertips.
Almost there. Almost there.
Tosca lifts the red silk from the table. She picks up the dagger, plunging it into the heart of the police chief. Facing the man lying in a pool of blood, she laughs aloud and maniacally.
Questo è il bacio di Tosca!
Wait, something's wrong.
Oh my god, was it a real knife?
The man lying on the ground. That's Mr. Carl from the branch?
Huh?
Is he really bleeding?
Jeez. Marcus shoots up from the gallery. The information her reading reveals causes the telescope to slip from her hands.
What? Are you sure? Definitely Miss Kakanya. He's not acting. That's real blood coming out of Mr. Carl's body. The assassination in the story has become reality. Why is the show still on? Why isn't the audience reacting? What about the branch staff? Madam Hoffman, can you hear me?
Her cries go unheard. The audience remains attentive and silent. There is no sound from the communicator.
What is going on?
Kakania rushes down from her seat. She runs through the audience, whose expressions remain unchanged, with heads locked straight to the front of the stage.
It really is Mr. Carl.
The pool of blood beneath Carl slowly spreads, steaming in the cool air. Ooh!
Why is no one... Are you all mad? A man has been killed, don't you see? Stop the show!
The audience sits calmly and unfazed. It was a trap! The music continues. On the stage, Isolde, playing Tosca, turns around, revealing a pleased expression.
Cavaradossi, have you escaped from jail? What? My poor lover. You were put into jail only because you were too kind-hearted. I've been trying to clear your name. Scarpia proposed an unfair deal. He wanted me as his mistress. But now he's dead, at last. The whole of Rome was overshadowed by his power.
What are you talking about, Isolde? That's not what the story is like.
Run away with me, Cavaradossi. I have the safer conduct. We will go to the sacred kingdom of happiness and freedom, where no one knows us.
Oh boy. That's all I have to say right now. Just, oh boy.
What are these? Oscar Pochurak poisoned to death. Resnik shot dead. And Hudnov assassinated. King of Greece assassinated. Archduke Franz assassinated. All these assassinations at the same time?
Applause comes from the main hall, from the balconies, from beneath the dome. From beyond the unreachable sky, all converging into an unstoppable frenzy, blah blah blah. It rings through the hull like a torrential something.
Plan. I have a code red. Evacuate.
There's things in the audience that don't look like people. Oh my gosh, what an absolute whirlwind. Lift the Lord's nose, pinch the lady's ear. You can do away with the raincoat and boots. A masked friend greets you warmly on the porch. Come and enjoy this wonderful rain. Rain, huh? We know what rain symbolizes in this game. Theater audience member, okay. It looks like we need to not use mental damage.
A forest party!
Whatever. It's good. It's fine.
Has been heard.
Leave it to me.
Music will speak.
Be serious. Stay focused. I will help you.
This is not a mistake made by man.
This is really taking me back to the first couple chapters of the main story when I was first playing them back in like November, and how crazy nuts they were, even though it was really hard to understand what was going on because the translation wasn't fabulous. But now it's like hitting even harder because it's a little bit more clear. It still is a pretty complicated plot, but dang is all I have to say.
The bones
Dang.
will tell.
Please, take good care of yourself. Leave it to me.
Music will speak.
Be serious. Stay focused. I will help you.
Careful.
No, no! The field work went smooth. I look forward to our next cooperation.
Goodness. The patch that Ezra was in was so much happier and fluffy and heartwarming. Not near as dark. Oh, Venus most divine. Venus, Venus, when your golden blood cascades upon us, passing through the shimmering azure, over ankles and veins and supple thighs so pure, ooh, saucy, a hammer falls at the temple's core. You forget, touching night with your foot's tip once more. Oh, Venus, have you already left me? Oh, Venus, could you be no more? Applaud, 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 and cheer, fulfill that raucous roar. Dances not unpaced in the coffin's still embrace. For you, majestic and sublime, do offer meager praise. I follow you, Venus, follow your fingertips in a haze, stepping onto the path back to better sweet days. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. My oh boy is definitely appropriate for this stream. Holy smokes. I'm delaying because I'm just so shooketh by this plot. What the heck is gonna happen next? I don't even know. Oh, golly. Golly, gee williker. Let's go. The clashing tides. Oh boy, oh boy,
Their
oh boy.
faces are distorting, like those paintings. Is this also some kind of mass hysteria, or...
The opera house is bizarrely noisy, and the people within are restless.
Anyone seen my glasses? Could you pass them to me?
It's another one of those things. Reverse 1999 does this a lot, where just suddenly everyone, everywhere, is hallucinating. They just love using mass hallucination as a plot device, it seems like.
Oh, they've grown on my eyes. Don't mind me.
What on earth? The cheering crowd stands on their chairs, clapping uncontrollably, shouting with maddened fervor.
Questo è il Baccio de Tosca. Come, friends, Keith and Keen, take your daggers and get up there. We will all kill our own Scarpia.
Goodness gracious.
Those so-called upper-class people don't deserve the best seats. Visitate, visitemore.
More and more people leave their seats, some shouting as they step up and over to lean over railings and into the aisles. The music still plays and the curtain has yet to fall.
I can almost feel the blood splashing on my face.
I feel like I should put a content warning for this chapter. Holy
There's
smokes.
no doubt this is art. The way in which reality replaces fantasy. I've never seen a show like this before. Zilla, what happened? Have you got blood on your faces too? Is this part of the show or...
The crowd blends like a thick oil paint, surging and washing over every corner of the opera house.
They're killing each other in a frenzy. Is no one noticing this?
Golly. This is getting to be like, Shinsekai Yori levels of mass violence and stuff like that. I don't know if anyone's ever checked out that anime, but this is giving me vibes of that.
Madam Hoffman, I have an emergency here.
Marcus stumbles, knocked over by the frenzied crowd, and the connection to her communicator is lost. Yeah, what happened to the communicator thing?
No, I can't hear anything. The crowd won't let me leave. I need to make way myself.
Oh boy. Yep. More of this. So, yep. Don't use mental damage. Good, good.
A forest party.
An experienced adult is coming to your aid.
Oh, wait. Oh, he does do reality damage. Huh. I don't know why I didn't actually realize that. Uh-oh.
Hello there.
Tooth Fairy uses mental damage. I forgot. Oh well. I'll just not use her cards.
Your command.
What's your face? Be serious. Stay focused. Go! Crinkle!
Surely if you try enough times, though, you'll break the game? Wait. Anyway, hi Kanoka-kun, how are you doing? Good to see you again. Try enough times doing what? Try enough... I can only guess.
What's your face?
Hitting them with mental damage. Oh my gosh, someone is finally here. I need someone here to experience this madness along with me, because man, is it madness in the story right now. Oh. Oh, bleed. I see. It's not so, Kinoko-kun. It's absolute madness. Once again, Reverse 1999 is using mass hysteria in their plot. They really like using that in their stories.
Now dance.
Stop.
Come on.
No worries.
Give me a hand, friends. I get this alone.
I need to figure out what that piece is that they were playing in the background during the story.
I smell the scent of mint.
It was a waltz, and I think it was a Strauss waltz. I mentioned before that I played in the orchestra when I was growing up.
Be serious. Stay focused. Off your legs. Be serious. Stay focused.
And it just so happens that we also played a lot of waltzes because we had a program every year to help with fundraising, and we would play a lot of waltzes for it for people to waltz to.
I'll be back.
It was a fun little event in January every year. And I know that waltz because I played it many times. Someone rushes out from the shadows drawing a sidearm.
Quiet! Be quiet! Go to hell, you terrorists!
If their rival had meant to bring order, it succeeded only in making the scene that much more chaotic. Oh, you police. Gunshots, screams, roars, and bellows meld together. Goodness gracious. A few staff members from the Foundation branch weave through the crowd, but they are either infected with hysteria or swept away in the flood of people. Oh my gosh, you're useless! Marcus dodges awkwardly among them, like a leaf in a rushing river.
I need to disperse them. At least open up the exit.
Marcus, what are you doing? I said evacuate.
Hoffman hurries from the other side of the curtain, pulling Marcus away from the swarming crowd.
But people are dying. It is our duty to...
I just got a message from the headquarters. The timekeeper has issued a 24-hour storm warning.
Oh!
What?
Does she do that? Yeah, sure. I totally read the story. You said before that you were reading the story. Did you give up already?
The menace has carried out several assassinations on the same day. The instability of this era has reached a critical point.
No, I'm stalling it until the end of 1.8. Oh, really? Okay. Hopefully you don't mind that I'm spoiling it for you, but reread all of it? Oh, okay. That makes sense, yeah. If you just want to get to the end so you can, get all the rewards and get new stages unlocked and all that stuff, do more farming and stuff. Oh, man. So this seems to imply, like, they've mentioned before about there being a critical point. And apparently the critical point can cause the storm to happen?
Which means the storm is coming.
I mean, it's not like I'll remember this plot in like a month. Yeah, sure. Yes, that's what happened in Chapter 2. Really? I see. Marcus collapses to the ground. Slowly, bewilderedly, she begins raking her hands through her hair. When they triggered the stock market crash and triggered the storm. Oh, the stock market crash! I remember that. I really do need to go back and reread all of that stuff. because it was just so overwhelming the first time.
No. No way. The storm. It was me. It was me.
No! Come on! We already went through this. It's not your fault.
It was me who started the chain reaction. It was me who leaked out the details of the island. It was me!
Get a hold of yourself, Marcus.
That's right. A pair of strong hands pull her up from the ground.
This is a storm of time. Compared to the chaos it causes, you and I mean nothing more than a pebble.
That's true.
It happened many times before you did anything, and it will happen countless times more. The errors in history will disappear again and again, and so will the people. The situation can't get any worse. The only thing we can do now is to find the ritual that grants immunity to the storm. It's the only way to save more lives.
That's what she meant before. To find the ritual that grants immunity to the storm.
The Foundation has issued the evacuation notice. All staff must return to the headquarters before the storm arrives. The closest evacuation point is Vienna Central Station. They will pick us up there in 2 hours.
2 hours?
Marcus recalls the map she saw on her way with picture clarity.
It takes less than 2 hours to get...
I know. There are still things we can do before the storm truly arrives. But the enemies are probably much stronger than we are, and there will be no backup for us.
Not far away, the head of the Vienna branch lies slain, his face wrenched in horror, a testament to a crime. Below the stage, people in fancy dress, in uniform, in costume, roar and surge about, forming an indistinguishable mass.
He once told me what really scared you was not a threat to your life, but the possibility of dying ignorant. I think I understand what you mean now. I don't want that either. I don't want to go back to the headquarters without doing anything at all.
Well said, Marcus. Let's go. Find Heinrich and Isolde. They might know the ritual or have the clues we need. We can still catch the last train if everything goes smoothly.
Hoffman expertly loads her weapon again, and Marcus grips her lamp tightly.
Kakanya is not with you?
Miss Kakanya ran up to the stage. She and Isolde...
Beyond the shoulders of the crowd, the green figure has disappeared from the stage. Marcus squints, inspecting the curtains and stage props.
Heinrich has enchanted all the props. There must be a hidden entrance to the secret chamber. I am sure. Miss Kakanya and Isolde are still in this theater.
Come here!
The deep purple glow of an incantation radiates from the darkness. Hoffman pulls Marcus back by the shoulder. The incantation flies past her hair, singeing it. Ooh! Oh, Lord. The familiar figure of a gentleman flits into the scene. A foot almost steps on air. Whoa.
There are traps under the floor.
This opera is silent. No audience, no music, not a word or note from any actors. A space to think. Cries echo from behind the curtain. She opens her eyes as another protagonist leaps onto the stage.
Doctor!
Okay. I feel like I understand the stakes right now in the story, and I'm really happy that I do. Because I don't always when it comes to this game. Archived experiment records. The scent on the paper is familiar. Wait a second. We know what this is. This is familiar. It's the activity thingy. We feed it to give us more activity and play the game more. I think. Pick Rasma tree leaves. There we go. What is safe for the human body has no effect on Arcanus. Don't even think about putting these things in human mouths. If you try to use this to pressure us for next year's funding, I'll slap this experiment notebook in your face. Oh boy. Alright, let's do this hard mode real quick, and then I'll go on one more break. Same old, same old. Why not use...
Preparation completed.
Our best boy. Best boy.
Please stand behind me.
Your command.
Leave it to me. What's your race? Please, take good care of yourself. Load.
Oh, they got rid of their debuffs on them. Wait. Or, wait, is the debuff for 1 round? No, it's for 2 rounds. What's happening? Whatever. It's fine.
Be serious. Stay focused. I will help you.
Everyone has
Yeah, one of them is cleaning the debuffs. I don't know what's going on. Like always, but still, like, what's going on? Well, they still have the poison stacks. Huh. Well, well, well.
What's your race? Be serious. Stay focused.
Your command.
Not late.
hold on to that.
Watch out! Leave it to me.
A brave decision.
What's your race? In a second. Loaded.
Alright.
Just like in the tree. Please, take good care of yourself.
Give me a hand, friends. I can't do this alone.
Oh, don't worry. I have prepared it all. I have prepared it all.
There's so many of them. Oh, whoops, I didn't want to do that. There we go. I guess I'll put this somewhere. We'll do it there, right there.
Leave it to me.
All right, deep breath in.
Be serious. Stay focused. In a second.
Give me a hand, friends. I can't do this alone.
Okay.
Stand up. There's one around.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Now, I don't know how long the last 5 parts of this will be, but I'll get as far as I can today, at least. Alright. Ask not for whom the bell tolls, for it tolls for thee. I will be back in just a bit. I'm just going to get up and stretch, use the restroom, get something to drink, and I suggest you do the same. And after these messages, we'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Here we go. Let's continue with the wild and wacky adventures of... Oh my god, the storm is coming and it's gonna erase all of humanity. I looked at it, the ring of life, the ring of all lives. Your hands form the ring and the judgment is pronounced. On the doomsday at the dusk, when history fades away, O world, its head bites its feet, its knees touch its nose. O man, they inhabit the earth, waiting for the sky to fall. Yesterday turns into tomorrow, tomorrow reverts to yesterday. Who shall vanish in the rain? Who shall be granted the eternal happiness, the grace from above, and that emptiness, the cessation of existence?
What is it that you want, Isolde? I thought the Foundation was exaggerating the truth, but you are...
Are you mad, Doctor? Because I killed Mr. Carl? I thought it would make you happy.
Happy? Why would I be happy?
Because he was a boastful man. His ideas were at odds with yours, and he contributed to the repression of this era. A bureaucrat you hate the most. He treated us like stains on the wall to be covered up in shame. And he was the kind of man who'd pocket the gold foil whenever he found any. Society is dying because of these hypocrites. Don't you think we should have the surgery and remove them?
Her words, mad as they are, managed to convey a warm sincerity.
I didn't know you would interpret my words this way. I deeply regret ever telling you that.
What? Why? Why are you being so cruel to me? It was you who said that everyone was sick and dying, even though they pretended to be fine. Yet, the source of the sickness lay not in ourselves, but in the twisted era we lived in. A radical surgery is the only way to remove this ugly tumor. And it was also you who told me to stop repressing and to embrace my desires. We should restore the world to what it was like. A kingdom of freedom where everyone will be happy. Are these not your words? Or have I misunderstood them? Why won't you look at me? Have I made such a big mistake that you don't want to see me again? No, no, no. Please answer me. I'm begging you. You are my only friend and the one I cherish most in the whole world. Doctor, what on earth have I done wrong? Why won't you forgive me?
Hikania's stone-like visage does not crack. Isolde chokes dramatically.
Is it because I'm too stupid to understand your words? Or because I'm also sick with the incurable tumor? If that's the case, please help me. Hold my hands, touch my face, hug me, and talk to me heart to heart like you used to. Doctor, Doctor.
Isolde approaches. She reaches out a grasping hand at a fleeting corner of her garment.
Ich habe mich in diesem Traum von dir gesehen, wie in einen Spiegel schauend. Es war Abend, als wir dieses Gespräch hatten. Es war das erste Mal in meinem Leben, dass ich die Sonne gesehen habe. Dein Traum hat mein leeres Leben mit Bedeutung gefüllt. Du hast mich davor bewahrt, nur ein verfluchtes Gefäß zu sein. Das war ein wunderschöner Traum. So schön, dass ich vergessen habe, wie hässlich ich bin, während ich ihn betrachtete. Ich versuche nur, einen Traum zu verwirklichen. Ist das falsch von mir?
I never thought you would commit a crime over my words.
Crime? You mean what I'm doing right now? You don't like it?
She steps forward anxiously, fearing she might miss something.
The Foundation knows all the truths, yet they won't tell us anything. That's why we have to release everything they repress. The news, the hysteria, the riots, the chaos. That's what Manus Vindicte told me. Is this not like your dream? Did I misunderstand?
What in the world did they tell you?
They told me the method of salvation, Doctor. They gave me the opportunity to save your loved ones, the world, and your dream.
The ritual for immunity from the storm, perhaps, also? The fall is painful. The space below the stage feels unexpectedly vast.
Where am I?
Enormous props fill the back area with black and white shadows painted directly onto the floor, forming another stage beneath the stage. A familiar scent lingers in the air, prompting Marcus to rub her nose. That tree in the back looks so cool. I love that. I really like the pattern on the trim that's at the top of the frame also. That looks really cool.
I've smelled this before.
Welcome, Angelotti, and unknown lady from the Foundation. Welcome to the small beginning of our new world.
On the stage, he still gives a perfect impression of a harmless gentleman.
Oh, sleeping bullets from Laplace. You almost hit me, miss. I can't let you through, though. Not now. The leading actress is busy.
Heinrich complains, hopping to the side and out of the bullet's path.
The curtain has been raised, ladies, and the show is about to begin. Why not open your hearts before the lights come on? Let's sit down and have a civilized conversation.
The next bullet fires true, but the air is so clouded with dust that the target had already moved before it struck.
There is no need to negotiate with a terrorist. You will have a chance to talk to our specialist after I take you to the headquarters.
A terrorist? You wound me. Is it because I wear the mask of menace? Because I revealed the truth you've been hiding? Or because we accelerated the storm and made this era end earlier than expected?
A glow of arcane skill breaks through in response to his query. Marcus raises her hand, the lamp dispelling some of the darkness.
Let me help you, Madam Hoffman.
My Angelotti! Why are you standing with the enemy? You're supposed to be one of us.
What do you mean by that?
Angelotti? Is that me?
I am your salvation from the real terrorists of the world.
Salvation?
This familiar term catches her ears, burning in them. This ordinary word has become most irritating. The speech, given from the cover of the props, continues.
Angelotti with a full case of books. Tell me, of all the books you have read and all the documents you have worked with, did any of them mention the catastrophe that suddenly broke out in the summer of 1914? The scourge of the 20th century? The real history?
Huh?
You have such a kind heart, Doctor. Yet you don't know the truth. How are you going to bear the pain when you do? Theophil set himself on fire. Ben hung himself to death. Emmanuel laid himself on the railroad tracks.
Are these the suicide cases in Vienna? They all came into contact with the menace?
Isolde tilts her head back, laughing brokenly.
I can see them. I can hear them. The ghosts of future history haunting the city from above.
This casting was perfect. She's amazing. I have chills.
Heads full of holes. Heads covered in shrapnel. Empty stomachs. Even the ghosts of little children. I can see them all. Cities bombed to the ground. and trains full of people headed straight for death. It is coming. It is coming. By then, the guts hanging from trees will be more vibrant than spring flowers.
Holy
There
shit.
will be bullets, helmets, scars. Wir haben keine Zukunft, Doktor.
I didn't realize that's what the storm was like, but...
How I wish it were a farce. A farce that claimed the lives of more than 10 million people. A farce that dozens of leaders decided to take part in. Ben, a dear friend of mine. He played the best Fantasia in A minor ever, but came back from the battlefield missing an arm and a leg.
He remembers that day, when the generous Mr. Forget-Me-Not stepped across the deck, his questions stifled by a stack of thick letters.
And Emmanuel. His hands were born to write poetry. But he was sent to the front and dug trenches until he died of disease.
Are they... let's see, 1914, like... I mean, that's in the middle of World War I, I think? When did Emmanuel stop painting? He could not even recall his old friend's handwriting. It was blurry now. Oh, yeah, World War I started in July of 1914. Oh yeah, we were just talking about Franz Ferdinand, and I think I remember that was 1914 when I looked it up. Oh boy. Only his anger remains vivid.
Our hands are meant to hold paintbrushes, play pianos, and write stories. But they end up in gunfire because you narrow-minded hypocrites keep inciting them to violence. We've already suffered for our gifts. Now we have to watch our talented friends sacrifice themselves for man's childish tantrums. Ladies, you know all of this. Yet you call us terrorists?
Whoa! What the heck? Haven't been quiet for a worrying amount of time. Hoffman coughs up a mouthful of blood, dragging attention back to her. No! Hoffman clutches her chest, falling just short of collapsing to her knees. Her face is now deathly pale, and Marcus watches as the cold face she wears contorts with streaks of pain and unease. What happened?
Madam Hoffman!
Heinrich continues to speak entirely unconcerned. He points at Hoffman.
The real terrorists are you, humans. Sie haben diesen Krieg begonnen.
What's happening to Hoffman? Oh my gosh! I like her so much. Alright. Give it a knock. In distant Romania. Martesor. I want to Google that. Martesor. Oh, that's what this is called. This right here is called a Martesor. Oh, it's also a tradition celebrated at the beginning of spring in March. Okay. In Romania and Moldova. Uh-huh. I'm trying to find if there's anything specific about it that jumps out at me from the Wikipedia article, but yeah, it's just a tradition celebration. Oh, the amulet was for saying goodbye to winter and welcoming spring. I see. Something about an orphanage? Oh, we have to do this if we want to unlock the small
I used to believe people were
room.
either troubled by the
Well, I got enough for another summon once again. The small room is this one right here. Oh boy. All right. Let's see. Oh, you can do it anyways? That's weird that it says you have to do that to unlock it. You just lose out on some background information if you do it earlier? Huh. The scent from backstage strikes her as odd. Something neglected within her stirs to life, pulsing in her chest. Constantly pulsing, pulsing, pulsing.
Madam Hoffman?
Marcus stands stunned, watching her role model sink back to the ground.
Fortunately, the Guiding One has heard our cries and promised us salvation. The storm will put a stop to this frenetic melody before all of the good, artistic, heartfelt things in life are destroyed before our eyes. It will wash away the unwanted, the unimportant. The creators of this chaos will be severely punished.
Heinrich checks his watch expectantly.
It's still a little early for what Mr. Forget-Me-Not has planned. But the actors and actresses are in place. Don't worry, Miss Angelotti. We won't leave anyone behind, nor will we leave any enemy spared. I will eliminate the obstacles for you and help you better understand yourself.
What? What are you talking about?
Blood courses through her in rapid fire. The sound grows louder and more intense until she can hear it pounding in her ears.
The sifting has begun, ladies. Enjoy. The potion specially made by Mr. Forget-Me-Not. A gift from the Picrasma tree.
Oh!
For those who have Arcanist blood, it will undoubtedly enhance their powers, both physically and mentally. But for the powerless, mixed blood humans, it is lethal poison.
Oh boy. Watching the young Arcanist stupefied by the smoke, Heinrich only chuckles.
People sometimes forget how different humans and Arcanists are, don't they? Marriages between the two races have been common for some time. The mixed bloods have become the majority of society.
Oh?
Those with less than 1/4 Arcanist blood, some with even less, have blended in amongst the humans because they don't have any arcane power. And so they are seen as humans, both by the public and by themselves. And now the punishment for betraying your own kind.
What?
You should have stood with us, but instead you sided with the enemy and watched your own kin suffer.
Or she didn't know. I mean...
The blood that you have ignored and forsaken will awaken, explode, and tear you apart from within.
Marcus stubbornly supports Hoffman's arm, but Hoffman raises a hand to refuse her help.
I'm fine. I'm just a bit... I can still stand.
Sadly, you won't be fine for long. Mr. Forget-Me-Not is one of the best potion makers. The formula is carefully designed to prolong your suffering until sweet death finally spreads its wings over you.
Goodness gracious.
Your pain is fleeting compared to what my people were made to endure. As for you, Miss Angelotti, a choice lies before you.
In the oddly scented smoke, Heinrich raises his hand.
Me?
You have been lied to. Humans have whispered lies through their petty, made-up history. There has been genocide, the lengthy, vicious kind, under the banner of high-minded reason. They tried to split the world in two, so that the progressives cannot be stopped by the non-progressives, so that the irrational cannot speak against the rational. When they do, death and destruction follow. You're one of us. An Arcanish child abandoned at an orphanage. You must have heard your heart pounding like a knock on the door. It's the sound of a long-lost soul coming home. It calls to you to rid your shackles of reason, to expose the lies of history, to embrace your primal passions and unleash the powers of your gift. You should be one of us, as you always should have been.
The aroma of the Picrasma tree comes to mind. Yes, she hears it. Echoes up from the reptilian brain, reverberating along tangled knots of reason and knowledge.
He's right, Marcus. This is the missing part of history that they didn't let you go through.
Oh my gosh.
Hoffman kept everything from you, didn't she? She's a liar!
What?
You're here because you want to find the truth. You don't have to work for a human institution.
The invasion of thoughts continues without end. A dagger is thrown to the ground, spinning on its handle.
Pick it up. Drive it into your mentor's heart. Show us your resolve.
Gosh.
An opportunity has arisen. Take it. A chance to learn who you really are, where you came from, and why you were abandoned.
You get that if you stab someone? I don't think that makes sense. She picks up the dagger with blade pointing outward.
Marcus.
Very good, Angelotti. Before the High One of Midnight sheds merciful tears and washes away the sins of man, pass the test and join us. And we will take you through the storm back to our era.
Our era.
A tear slides across her face.
But my era has already come. 1914. The year you once wiped out with the storm is my era!
She holds the dagger, looking up at the dome in despair.
I waited in the abandoned lighthouse of that island. I waited in the marble house of the Foundation, watching the time go back to 1966, to 1929, and finally, back here. You say this is salvation, but you're just replacing one annihilation with another.
Truth!
The Foundation wants to stop the destruction, but you're speeding it up. You don't care about this era, nor the people living in it. You abandon them. You hide in your empty kingdom, in your garden that doesn't yet exist, with your with your art, your poems and your pianos. And me, I just wanted to go home for a bit. Why would you take away even that?
Marcus, don't lose control of yourself.
It's too late. She charges toward the man.
I'll kill you, Heinrich!
Oh my gosh. Wait, so like, is she originally from 1914? Because I'm confused about that. Because, like, I thought the storm only goes backwards. You know what I mean? Like, she mentioned 1966. Maybe she was, like, a baby in 1966, and then somebody rescued her from it, but then she was put in an orphanage in the time of something else. 1929, I guess? And then it went back again to 1914. And then we're back again. I'm not quite sure, but anyway. Oh boy. That's today's theme, is oh boy, oh boy. I suddenly feel like using Tenant.
Just to my likings.
Hey, hello there.
Sadly, these are counterfeits.
Great decision.
Glad to be of service, my lady.
What's your race?
Everyone.
Just as I know. Intriguing, isn't it?
Your command.
Be serious. Stay focused.
Just like real dialogue.
Aha!
Say hello.
Glad to be of service, my lady.
Great decision.
What's your race?
Just like real dialogue.
Everyone.
Go, go.
Damn it!
Oh, they've got an array. I should have brought Gutian.
Intriguing, isn't it?
Be serious. Stay focused.
Sadly, these are counterfeits.
Aha!
That's right.
Oh, good for you.
Glad to be of service, my lady.
Great decision.
Intriguing, isn't it? Just like real dialogue.
Everyone.
Bravo!
I'm so excited to see what happens next in the story, though. Just FYI. I'm just kind of thinking about it in my head as I'm also thinking about this battle. What an exciting patch. I'm a fan.
Glad to be of service, my lady.
What's your race? Be serious. Stay focused.
Just like real dialogue.
That's right.
Oh, good for you.
Time to wake up. Intriguing, isn't it?
Just like in the train.
Fragrance and dazzle can easily confuse one's vision. I'm sorry for you. Sadly, these are counterfeits.
Oh, don't worry. I have prepared it all. I have prepared it all.
I think Jessica has officially been supplanted as being the most yandere character in this game now that Isolde is here. Cause wow! That's a lot of yandere.
Glad to be of service, my lady. Just like real diamonds.
Everyone
Now, to divide the spoils, or should I say, a reasonable reallocation of the profits?
I love you, Tenant. What was Heinrich's, I wonder what Heinrich's Arcana skill was.
Leave here with me, Doctor. Let the rain wash away the old world, so we can build your dream in a new one. I thought we were on the same side of liberating our oppression, giving freedom to the Arcanists.
Oh, I didn't read that aloud. She stretches out her hand to her. But Caconia stands stiff, clenching and unclenching her fist in futile repetition.
I never thought that you would take people's lives, Isolde.
Isolde looks up with a maddening joy plastered on her face. Oh my gosh.
Is this why you hesitate? Because I killed a person who shouldn't be killed? A person from the Foundation? After you befriended the young lady? Is it because you made peace with the Foundation, and yet I became associated with Manus Vindicte?
She found her answer. Her eyes twinkle with delight.
I see now. I understand, Doctor. I will correct my mistakes.
Isolde?
I killed a man of the Foundation. Thus, you thought I was imposing Manus Vindicte's cause over yours. It displeased you, am I right? Then I shall prove myself to you.
She produces a pistol out from beneath her skirt. It once helped end Theophil's suffering, and now it will take on a greater mission.
I will take Heinrich's life, for that would make it fair. Please, come with me and witness my commitment, Doctor.
What did you say? You're going to kill... who?
But Isolde has already lifted her skirt. Oh, okay. A familiar surge of arcane energy, the same teleportation incantation that brought Carl to the stage. Let's go back for a second. Isolde has already lifted her skirt, bowing gracefully to the doctor. I see. After a brief flash of light, they find themselves on the other side of the stage, where a fierce battle has just taken place. Hoffman kneels in agony, tearing off her scarf to reveal the terrifying pattern of toxic veins that has spread from her heart across her chest. Oh my gosh! The potion is indeed lethal, forcefully activating her already weak blood vessels, turning her body into an overburdened machine, ready to explode on the slightest movement. Heinrich then did not lie. She was destined for a long, unavoidable, agonizing march toward death.
I'm going to kill...
And Marcus, pulled as if by fate, finds herself caught in an all-consuming emotional whirlwind from her revelations. Her gift was not meant for battle. Its misuse only makes her lose control even more.
Miss Angelotti, if you still don't see the big picture after returning to your true self, you are not one of us.
You're so silly. Oh, you're with us. Oh, you're not with us. Make up your
Enjoy
mind.
the sifting before the storm.
Heinrich kicks her away with indifference, no longer regarding the novice arcanist with any concern. Gosh dang it, she didn't even nick him? And at this moment, Isolde descends from the void as if possessed by some strange deity. Oh boy!
Ah, Isolde. You're just in time.
Oh boy, oh boy!
These two are hopeless.
The zealot's words hang in the air as she smiles and raises her arm. The deadly firearm is aimed at her once friend with a straight baseline and graceful arc.
Goodbye, Heinrich.
I mean, I'm not upset, so I don't know how much of a cliffhanger this is. The handwriting on it may be strong and hasty, but it is still neat and tidy. Member of the Circle, deceased, relationship to the Manus Vindicta unclear. His posthumous work, The Salvation, reveals information about the Storm, suspected of having had contact with members of the Manus Vindicta during his lifetime. Uh-huh. Strange odors. Okay. I guess I could probably actually finish the story sooner if I skipped the hard battles. Maybe that would be worth it. I think that would be more narratively satisfying. So I'm going to be skipping the hard battles from here on out so we can actually finish the story during the stream. An unprecedented agony, like the bursting of a bullet in a chamber too small for it. Oh, kind of referencing earlier in the event. She tries to summon a reason looking for a way out, but only shattered, half-thoughts come to her.
Heinrich must be taken to the headquarters. He has vital information.
Oh, yeah. Probably good not to kill him.
There will be no backup. The storm countdown has begun. Everyone will be called back to the headquarters.
This is the night storm. How much longer will we have to wait if we miss this opportunity?
Must leave at once. Marcus will have the storm syndrome if she stays here. She is losing herself. Gunshot. Isolde. Kanya. Why are they here?
Oh. Tosca. You're turning your dagger at me. Me. The one who showed you the way to salvation. Me. The one who brought you all to the Guiding One. I even pleaded with Forget-Me-Not to keep a spot for Kakanya. For your sake. How could you do this to me?
The bullet deviates slightly as it fires, hitting Heinrich's calf in a painful but not immediately lethal shot. Uh-huh.
Doctor, why are you trying to stop me?
Because he wants to live.
Doctor?
Oh, wait, no, no, no.
I can't let you do any more killing.
She tried to stop Isolde.
Miss Marcus, can you get on your feet? I'll slow them down. Get Madame Hauptmann to safety.
The clamor fades away, leaving only the sound of turgid blood stickily moving through her veins. Alas, this is the world of the Arcanist. Reason is nowhere to be found, and everything is magnified by the senses. The floor is cold, the din loud, the air filled with a scent, one that will lead her to her death. Her vision has sharp edges cutting into her sight, and everything moves slow, making out Marcus as she is plunged into a nightmare, then the good doctor Kakanya desperately attempting to hold back Isolde. And Isolde's gun pointed at Heinrich.
Heinrich, you seem to be in pain. Shh. It's all right. Soon you'll be freed from the pain.
You are out of your mind, Hoffman. Don't. There must be a better way.
But how long do we have to wait for another opportunity like this? You think you can still make it back to the headquarters? You think there will be a second chance for you?
Even if we fail, Marcus will be safe.
I can't let the clues end here.
This is the wisest decision.
The situation has changed. Okay. Isolde sees no new obstacles, focusing only on her initial enemy. She pulls the trigger. Don't tell me.
Hoffman?
The girl, mired in chaos, witnesses this scene. Her reading commences, disregarding her own personal will. I can't let Isolde kill such a vital source of information. That's what Madame Hoffman's thinking, but what about her poison? The bullet reeks of ghosts and spirits. Oh right, it's Isolde's arcane skill. Icania, she has gone blank. I can't read anything from her mind. And there's Heinrich, who claims to be the savior. What is he thinking right now? The gunshot finally hits true. 1 shot, 2 lives. What? Isolde's bullet pierces through both Hoffman and Heinrich? Oh my gosh. This is the information her reading provides.
No! Madam Hoffman!
She crawls on hands and knees to her mentor's side.
No! No!
Is Heinrich still alive?
Marcus looks at the stage, now coated with blood, her voice trembling.
He's gone.
Oh my gosh.
I see. I should have been faster. You must take Kanya and leave. She can protect you from Isolde. She won't side with Manus from what I see. Give him my place in the storm shelter. Her arcane powers will be useful to us.
Oh my goodness.
So the both of you can evacuate safely.
Did you plan this all along?
Don't cry, Marcus. I know what I'm doing. I've taken back my senses before I die. I'm glad. The pain will cease. To die with my sanity and rationality still intact. It has been an honor.
No! Kanya, can you give her first aid and take her to the station? You'll meet the Foundation there. They'll have better equipment. They'll know what to do. Heinrich is dead. But there must still be clues on him. This isn't over yet. I have to finish the mission.
Hoffman just shakes her head. Weak fingers struggle to pull out a piece of paper from her bosom.
Marcus, take this. The number of that orphanage in Romania.
What?
I've had it with me for a while now, but...
Please save your strength, madam. This isn't what we need to worry about.
We don't have anything else to worry about. The mission is over. Silly child. Bring home before the storm comes.
Oh my gosh.
The future is yours.
Oh my gosh. This last second between them becomes an age to itself.
No, no! There must be something I can do!
Oh my gosh.
Everything is a book. Everything can be read. The most immediate threat to her life is that potion, devil's shoestring, belladonna, narcissus, the zeta roots, and the fruits and roots of the picrosma tree. It's the formula made by Forget-Me-Not. The picrosma extract makes up more than 50% of the potion. This is very different from Laplace's formula. Arcanus potions seem to be a concoction of instincts and inspiration. Is there nothing else I can do? The picrosma extract is not a poison in itself, just that humans cannot... there must be a way, madam! Please! She's in pain. Don't give up. Keep reading. I will find a way.
Marcus.
As she turns the page, the realization hits. Oh my gosh, that voice saying Marcus there was so haunting. Even if she could read every detail, every exhaustive note on this page, she cannot rescue a burning book from a fire. It's already gone.
No.
Every book has an end, Marcus. There's nothing more on a finished page, no matter how reluctant you are to flip that page and get to the end. You will move on to a new chapter.
Oh my gosh.
Forgive me.
No, don't turn the page. Stop here. Stop now, please.
For all the pain I had to put on you.
I can't read on. I don't like this ending.
Oh my gosh.
She's gone.
She was an incredible woman.
Kakania looks at her face in shock, studying it to find again the same face she'd spoken of. Mercy.
Her suffering ends here. Doctor, have you decided?
Kakania can only stand there, dazed, until a loud roar booms outside the opera house.
I must leave. But I will wait for your answer.
The third act, a bow, and then the curtain falls. The actors exit. This is the end of the story. Hoffman was one of my favorite things in this story and in this game overall. Oh man. I never step forward. In solitude, I never step forward. I merely stay in place, swaying. A wooden oar. I never step forward. In joy, I never step forward. I wait until the waves wither to caress the spine of a beast. I never step forward. In death, I never step forward, until my sleeves, my shoes, myself sink to the bottom of the water, until the night comes, until even the helmsman covers his mouth and nose. Then I start to run, picking up the oar, the spine, the helmsman's soul. I never ever stand still. Oh boy. Hansel and Gretel. Marcus holds Hoffman's hand all the while. Tears wet the note, drop by drop, causing the ink on it to bleed. The chaotic thoughts in her mind all recede away. The roaring of her heart begins to slow. At this moment, only grief and bewilderment remain.
Madame Hoffman was calm till the end. Why? Was she not afraid? No. I just read her fear through her trembling fingers. But she would not show it She knew it would have frightened me.
Repeat.
The communicator rings again.
This is the 24-hour countdown to the storm. All personnel must return to the headquarters. Repeat. This is the 24-hour countdown to the storm. Hoffman, this is Semmelweis. You must leave now. Last call. You know we won't wait if you miss it.
Marcus turns off the communicator with one hand.
The storm is coming, Doctor. Come with me to the headquarters. You can take Madame Hoffman's place in the shelter.
The doctor says nothing. She just lifts her head, gazing up at a non-existent canopy. Then she speaks, as if making a plea to the gods above.
King Midas hunted in the woods, in search of Silenus, the wisest satyr, the companion of the wine god. What is the best and most enticing thing for a man? The king asked. The satyr laughed in response. Children of mischance and misery, you are asking for an answer you wish not to hear. And what is best is beyond your reach. To never be born, to never exist, to be nothing.
Damn.
But you still have the next best thing. Die. And do it soon.
Kakania covers her face, a piercing laugh escaping through her fingertips, accompanied shortly after by tears.
I don't care if I could make it through the storm. My end is already upon me.
Doctor.
I'd rather die here than spend the rest of my life running from the storm. Get to safety, Miss Marcus. I still have things to do. It's a shame that we won't get to be colleagues.
She turns resolutely, not once looking back. But the young apprentice does not stop her. She is thinking of something more important.
Auf der Suche nach Silenus. Did Theophil write the poem in the same misery and despair? Then why did he call the painting The Salvation? He set fire to every piece of his work, but why leave this one out? And this strange way of drawing.
Right. We still have some mysteries left unsolved. Her thoughts are clearer than ever before. Guilt, madness, blame, and hatred that burns through everything, raging through her thoughts. The past that once filled that page, it was gone now. Now, no one would make her decisions for her.
Heinrich said he showed the path to salvation and brought you all to the guiding salvation. Salvation. Could it be?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is it? What is it? I want to see. All the information she has read in the past, along with the surging blood from the potion, converges before her eyes.
If I succeed, I can prevent the death of someone who holds the clues.
Oh.
Even if I die, I'll still turn Kakanya completely against Isolde. This was your plan, madam?
What really scared me was not the threat to my life, but the possibility of dying ignorant.
I know what to do now.
She opens her eyes wide, calling out to the figure as she is about to leave.
Doctor, wait! There might be another way.
But Kakania does not listen. She has made up her mind.
Don't fall into darkness.
The departing figure is held back. Marcus fights with an unprecedented determination.
Don't let madness or despair take over, Doctor. This is not the end. My mission is not over.
She reaches into her pocket, silencing the small machine that has been frantically signaling the final evacuation warning.
There's still another way to end this. But it can only be done by you and me.
I'm invested as heck! Ooh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Whoa! A blaze lights up the street, replacing the glow of dead electric lights. People fight, throwing themselves into a frenzied hysteria. The street looks like an exploded powder keg.
The Guiding One is merciful in bringing this era to an end before the summer of 1914.
Would you believe me if I told you that I completely forgot that this guy's name is Forget-Me-Not? It's been such a long time. I don't know this guy's name. I just know him as angsty-looking Hot Topic guy with glasses. Okay, so he's the one that Heinrich was talking about.
Here, the nationalists, the internationalists, the arcanists, the rationalists, the progressives, the conservatives, the fanatics, the bystanders. They indulge in passion, insisting that it is their ideals that make up the world. Who would have thought that such a progressive and sensible era would end in a barbaric war? Yet in the end, like dust, they'll be swept away and forgotten by time. Only the true believers will survive the end. But I must regretfully remind you, killing one of our own, despite your merits, is a violation of the rules. I will report this to the Guiding One.
Her smile remains picture-perfect yet hollow. Was she smiling? Doesn't look like a smile.
May I have a moment alone?
There we go.
Mr. Forget-Me-Not. I want to look at this city one last time.
Whatever you want.
Forget-Me-Not walks away in boredom. He has long tired of this maddening conversation. If you can call it a conversation, okay. Isolde stands alone on the street. People around her celebrate, dance, releasing their inner repression and their primal passions. But none of that matters to her. She is merely waiting. Waiting for the sky to fall.
Doctor!
I've thought about this and made up my mind, Isolde. You were right. I will join you.
I have been waiting to hear this for so long. I know this is what you want. Now I can finally make your dream come true.
Kakanya extends a handkerchief, wiping away her wild-eyed tears of joy.
Before we leave, I would like to take one last walk in this world.
Oh.
Would you like to join me and walk to my clinic?
She's hiding something. She's definitely hiding something. Okay. Anything here? Nothing there? Alright. I believe this is the final part. Lucevan stelle. Probably not how you say that, but it is? Right. Okay. As in, it is the last part, not necessarily how... That's not necessarily how you pronounce that title. Kakania shuts the door, dimming the apocalyptic clamor outside. The clinic remains cluttered, empty, and quiet. Only the mirrors no longer flash.
Ja, der Spiegel macht mir Angst nach dem, was passiert ist. Er spiegelt wahrheitsgetreu mein hässliches Gesicht wider. Meine abstoßende Seele.
Doktor, du bist nicht abstoßend. Wie kann jemand, der abstoßend ist, so edle, hohe Ideale haben wie du?
Vielleicht haben Sie recht. Es ist Zeit, das Tuch zu lüften.
Kakania pulls back the curtain. The dim room suddenly brightens.
Das Licht tut weh. Hast du die Vorhänge geöffnet? Doktor, ich kann nichts sehen.
An overexposed world slowly reveals a painting and a strange cold voice.
Schauen Sie sich dieses Gemälde an, Isolde. Erinnert es Sie an etwas?
Ich kann es nicht deutlich sehen, Doktor. Es ist zu hell hier. Könntest du die Vorhänge etwas zuziehen?
Das ist das Gemälde Ihres verstorbenen Bruders. Die Rettung. Wir haben eine einfache Tatsache übersehen, Isolde. Bis Heinrichs letzte Worte uns alle daran erinnerten. Theophil schrieb seine Notiz in Verzweiflung, nannte aber sein letztes Gemälde die Rettung.
Doktor, es ist so hell hier. Können wir woanders reden?
Is he still a vampire? Like, what is going on here? She waits for a response of concern or pity, but she receives none.
Wie konnte ich das übersehen, Isolde? Eine noble Dame wie Sie kann nicht nur singen und tanzen, sondern auch zeichnen. Theophil war ein feiner Herr, aber nur fein. Er war talentiert, aber nicht begabt. Die Frauen des Detasdorfs waren schon immer bessere Medien als ihre Männer. Sie sind viel begabter als ihr Bruder. Sollen wir euch beiden dankbar sein? Du und dein Bruder, ein paar Messiasse dieser Ära? Einer von euch schrie die Wahrheit in einem bemitleidenswerten Gedicht heraus und hielt seine Verzweiflung in Form von Kunst fest. Und der andere...
Doktor...
Und der andere wollte die Farbe von oben abkratzen, ihre wahren Farben enthüllen und sie neu formen.
I'm looking at this painting, and doesn't it look like there's these black shapes that are on top of what looks like a human leg or an arm or something on the left side of it? It almost looked like there's black paint covering that or something like that. But I don't know. Let's see.
Du, Isolde. Du hast versucht, die Verzweiflung abzukratzen und die Welt mit deinen mitfühlenden, mitleidigen Händen neu zu formen. Er schuf die Kunst und du hast sie vervollständigt. Du und dein Bruder seid die Mitgestalter dieses Gemäldes, aus Mitleid für diese Welt. Und deshalb war es das einzige Werk, das den Brand überstanden hat. Habe ich recht, Isolde? Sag es mir!
Kakania's words carry weight.
Mit Heinrichs Hilfe habt ihr beide den Anführer von Manus Vindicte getroffen. Ihr habt das Wunder gesehen. Euch wurde der Weg zur Rettung gezeigt. Aber der arme Theophil konnte nicht akzeptieren, was ihm gesagt wurde. Wie du wurde er von seinem edlen Blut verflucht. Er hatte Mitgefühl für die Welt, hielt aber dennoch an den Privilegien des Adels fest.
Oh.
Er wollte nicht mit Manus Vindicte zusammenarbeiten, aber er wollte auch keinen Krieg. Er hatte seine inneren Kämpfe. Als Begünstigter der Rettung war das Schreiben von Verzweiflung sein einziger Ausweg. Er musste sein Leben nehmen, um den Schmerz zu beenden. Und er wollte, dass du dich ihm anschließt, damit ihr beide gemeinsam von der Qual befreit werdet. Aber er übersah die Tatsache, dass du im Gegensatz zu ihm bereits in Verzweiflung lebtest. Alles, was er hatte und ihm wichtig war, hatte nie dir gehört. Die Zerstörung dieser Welt bedeutete dir nichts.
Mein Kopf tut wirklich weh.
Also hast du aus Mitleid den Abzug gezogen.
Ich kann nicht sehen. Könntest du bitte das Licht im Raum dimmen?
Betrachte dieses Gemälde. Schau dir diese Spiegel an, Isolde. Was hat dir der Anführer von Manus Vindicte gezeigt? Was ist der Weg zur Rettung? Ist es ein Zauber? Ein Ritual?
The ritual?
Du bist die Einzige, die es weiß.
I am at the edge of my seat. If we end this event story and we don't really get a super duper satisfying conclusion, I'm gonna be so mad. Okay. Burn, burn, burn. Everybody's gonna burn, it looks like. She's gonna deploy an array. Let's try to not let her do that. Let's use Gutian.
I'm no master of a teamwork.
Maybe Tooth Fairy for cleansing. Okay, this music is awesome.
I'll guide us all to the memory.
Ooh.
If only this would undo my mistakes.
You can do this, Miss Kakanya.
Ich kann dich nicht sehen. Wo bist du hin? Verlass mich nicht, Doktor.
Double healer? Oh, wait. Oh, is this a 4-person fight? I always overlook whether the 4th slot is assist or not.
Sag mir, was du von der Rettung hältst.
Oh, this music is beautiful. Oh my gosh! The animation!
Your request has been heard.
Okay, yeah, I did not know that the 4th slot was not an assist slot. That's why I did double healer.
Ma, falle gli occhi neri. Meine Augen. Wo sind meine Augen, Schwester? Wo bin ich?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this is probably one of my favorite boss fights I've ever done.
Sie spricht mit ihrer Schwester, die jung gestorben ist.
What?
Wo bist du jetzt, Isolde?
Nirgendwo Besonderes. Eine gewöhnliche Party. Bewunderer, Schmeichler, immer da, bei jedem Treffen. Diese naive kleine Tosca. Sie vertraute ihren süßen Worten. Sie erzählte in eine andere Geschichte. Vorhänge im Wind, das warme Bad der Sonne.
Was passierte als nächstes?
Schließ das Fenster! Schließ es!
This music is fantastic! I can't get over it! Oh, it sounds amazing! So what do we got? We got this going on. Oh boy.
Relax.
The music will speak.
What's your face? Be serious. Stay focused.
Pardon me.
Say hello. Stop fighting.
Stop.
You're always telling me that these fights are easy, so I assumed I could just go through it, but I could back out for another unit. Sure. Let's see. Let's bring 6 in here.
You're seeking my service.
There we go.
Watch the mirrors.
You... Sag der
beauty lies with you.
Thank goodness for the skip button. Okay, so...
Na, das schafft sich. Wo...
Stackable. It doesn't say not dispellable. Let's protect our DPS, I guess.
The moment of utterance.
The bones will tell.
Until the torch is lit. Learn from silence.
No matter what I do, freezing fire just keeps showing up, so I guess it is what it is.
The moment of utterance.
The music will speak.
Relax.
This music is beautiful! This is absolutely my jam. I love this kind of music. It sounds like Shostakovich. If anyone... I was literally just talking to a friend about it the other day, but one of my favorite string quartets, and this sounds like a string quartet, one of my favorite string quartets, oops, sorry, is Shostakovich String Quartet number 8. You gotta check it out. It's amazing. I think it's movement number 3 is the one that's like the most like sounds like this, I would say, if I had to pick something that sounds like this. Oof, this is great. I gotta get this track. Wait, is there Moxie sucking, you know, stuff happening? Really? Why is Gutian... Oh, 6 uses mental damage. Oh. Darn. Right. Yep, that's what's up. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm gonna be singing this music's praise the entire fight long, I swear.
Until the torch is lit.
Stay away from me.
Stay balanced.
The moment of utterance. The bones will tell.
No, be serious. Stay focused.
Pardon me.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh boy.
The moment of utterance.
Confrontation was never to my liking.
Relax.
Until the torch is lit. Benefit from reading.
The Bagua drown on the sign brick never warns about its changes.
She just gets to refresh it every round. That's too bad. Or did I just time it badly? At the start of every 4 rounds? Yeah, I just timed it bad. I see.
Time comes to speak of truth.
And the game said, no healing cards or Jessica cards for you. Goodness gracious.
The music will speak.
The moment of silence. The scale of your soul has tilted. The balance needs to be restored.
Was ist los mit deiner Stimme? Wo bist du jetzt?
Eine Probe. Der goldene Ball. Sei nicht sauer auf mich. Ich weiß, eine Schauspielerin sollte perfekt sein. Jede Toske sollte den feinsten Traum darstellen. Sie sehen sie als einen Vogel, der ihre Lieder und Pracht preist. Aber genießt sie das? Tut sie das?
Ist der Vogel noch da?
Er ist fort.
The bird?
Havrodos sie öffnete den vergoldeten Käfig.
Okay. I can go without heals for this turn. That's fine.
The moment of silence.
The bones will tell.
Until the torch is lit. Benefit from reading.
Pardon me.
So it's round 8, and she's on 3 rounds left of the array. So if I use this to grant array now, gosh, the music is very, very pretty. I like the string quartet better because I just have that preference, but time to experiment, because I might not even win this time around. I'm not sure.
Confrontation was never to my liking.
Just like in a train. Relax.
We walk in long lanes.
The Bagua drown on the sign brick never warns about its changes.
See how long my array lasts for.
Don't worry. I have prepared it all.
I assume 2 rounds, and then she's gonna cast hers. Okay, we still have our array. Yay! Now I've got 2 fairies cleansing ult. Nice. What? Give me a healing! Oh well.
Peaceful moments. Relax.
The music will speak.
Faith, don't resist.
Ooh, I get another round. Nice. I like that. Beautiful music. Is this a particular classical piece? I wonder.
Time for tongues to speak of truth. Moment of utterance.
The bones will tell.
Oh wait, he's still in channel.
The scale
Oops.
of your
Oh, well.
soul has tilted. The balance needs to be restored.
Next wave.
Erkennst du dieses Teil? Das dachte ich mir. You're overdoing it, Miss Kakanya. Mir geht's gut. Mach weiter, Isolde. Von einem Punkt zeichnete der Pinsel einen Kreis. Das Porträt begann mit diesem dummen Kreis. Dann zeichnete er Augen und einen Mund. Und dann gebar der Kreis den Kreis. Unheil gebar Unheil. Kunst, eine faszinierende Krankheit. Verlangen, Unterdrückung und Wahnsinn. Alles wird durch Kunst ausgelebt. Es ist die Rettung. Wir kommen näher. Nein, nein, er meint es falsch. Theophil, du meinst es falsch. I found a sense of misery.
Until the torch is lit.
Yo, everybody knows this one. I kind of wish it was an original piece that, like, you know, hire a composer to compose some music for your video game. Maybe they can do it next time. I guess in this case it kind of makes sense given the setting. Okay, what are the things that I can... So this is her health bar, and this is this health bar. Oh no, the trumpets in this sound terrible. Sorry, I have to be a classical music critic, I guess. You may need to restart? Yeah. Because there's no... I'm at around 11 and it said it has to be 15 rounds, so yeah. But it's fine. This is a fun enough fight that I wouldn't mind doing it again because the music is so gosh darn good. In fact, I guess the difficult part is that the stream is still going and it's just so late. Listen to that. The rest of the music sounded so good, and this, like, They're using half of the original music, and they're using half, like, synthesizer, and it's kind of weird sounding, in my opinion.
Moments of utterance.
Yeah, they don't even have a real choir. Aww. Seriously, as a classical music nerd, I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't use a better quality version of this piece. Did they not want to pay for it? If this was Genshin Impact, you would have full-on, like, you would have an actual orchestral recording. Why are they using, like, a MIDI file version of it? Ugh, synth horns. Okay, this part of the fight I don't want to hear again. Why does the shape of bones keep on getting cleansed or something? That's weird.
The moment of silence.
Stop letting the trip off your legs.
Stay away from me.
Oh, don't worry. I have prepared it all. I have prepared it all.
Oh, it wasn't cleansed, it just got killed in the last round and then another one took its place. I get it. Okay.
The moment of silence.
Honestly, my song is the favorite of the three. Oh, that's fair. Burnt Waffles 696, welcome to this stream. I hope you are enjoying your day and enjoying the stream.
The moment of utterance. The moment of silence.
It would be so much better if they didn't use synthesized trumpets and synthesized choir sounds. Have an actual recording. It would be so good.
The music will speak.
Be serious. Stay focused.
Until the torch is lit. Careful.
Now I'm pretty sure this means that this is going to refresh next round. So I probably shouldn't use this right now.
Time continues to speak of truth. The moment of silence. The scale of your soul has tilted. The balance needs to be restored.
Alright. Can I finish her off? Oh, 5,600 life left. Wait, should I have used this? She doesn't have a new array. Oh, man. Well, this is the last round that I have for this fight, so I kind of have no choice but to use the array.
Confrontation was never to my liking.
Alright, so... that... Actually, oh, I can't get any more. Darn. Okay,
Confrontation was never to my liking.
The moment counter buttons.
That's the best I can do.
The Bagua drown on the sign brick never warns about its changes.
We walk along lines. Benefit from reading.
Hey! Check it out.
Mi soffoca il sangue.
I was so close.
Dr. Catania!
Was passiert als nächstes? Was ist danach passiert?
Now do it on hard. Yep, I'll do that afterwards. I definitely need to end the stream as soon as I can.
Wohin bist du gegangen?
Bitte schau mich an, Doktor. Hilf mir. Bitte hilf mir. Come on, stand up. There's all around. Doctor, you must stop using the mirror. You will both collapse if you continue to force her.
I'm running out of options. I have to hypnotize her.
Hypnotize me. You, Miss Clara, the doctor who resents hypnosis and had even fought a duel to stop it. You are going to use it on me. Why? Because I'm a hysterical, irrational woman?
Yes.
A wicked witch. The cursed, inconsolable arcanist? Why? Why are you like this to me?
Please, calm yourself, Isolde, and fix your eyes on this watch.
Why? Did I do something wrong again? Am I hopelessly incurable? Why? Why couldn't you cure me? Can't you save me from despair one more time?
She looks at the beautiful girl, her once friend. But she doesn't know how to save her.
Isolde. Gehe zum Ort des Friedens, zum Heim der Nacht.
Du bist die grausamste von allen. Wenn du bereits eine Entscheidung getroffen hast und denkst, dass ich schuldig bin, warum behandelst du mich dann so sanft? Wenn das die Lösung ist, die du gebracht hast, werde ich sie mit Freude annehmen.
She begins a familiar aria, singing with all her heart. Her voice at last, not some guise or act, but her true self.
Al ciel che ne radian più belli nell'ora del dolor perché Signor
The song never left her.
Doctor, e lucevan le stelle.
There's the name of the event.
Now, tell me, Isolde, What do you think of when you look at this painting?
Images appear in the mirror. Clear, bright, and accompanied by the echo of a time.
I am intrigued by the name of your little group. The Circle.
I was waiting for her to show up. Actually, no, I totally forgot that she was there.
Unlike other animals, there's a power in every one of us. It's the source of our instinct. Following it, man survives the cruelty of nature. In awe of this extraordinary power, the first of man drew a magical circle on the ground, symbolizing a higher power, and declaring that man would no longer be at the mercy of nature.
Ah.
That was the first circle, the first magic, the first art.
An interesting take. I happen to have a circle too. This is also an ancient miracle. A circle of salvation. It shelters the chosen ones from the falling rain and sees them to the promised land.
A vague murmur emanates from the mirror. Like an ancient echo.
Yes! That's it! I saw it! Doctor, I heard it! I read the storm immunity ritual! We did it!
Oh my gosh! Now protect Marcus.
Finally.
Same, girl. I've been sitting here for a while. Kakania falls to the ground, exhausted. Oh my gosh, there's that reverse 1999 soundtrack, we know. I have so many feelings about this song.
News from the front line.
Hey!
They have sent home the storm immunity ritual. Get to work, people. In the 22 hours before the storm arrives, the whole world is our proving ground.
Wow! That's epic as hell! And then we don't know what happens until the next time we get more lore drops. That's amazing. Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll do this one little bit because it's also lore. A reply on how to best take care of daggers and hand mirrors. Oh. The headquarters of the St. Pavlov Foundation has been fully informed of the situation. The Special Assessment Department is now working on containment measures. There's handcuffs over here. Oh. Please stay out of harm's way and move to a safe area before the storm arrives. At this time, the St. Pavlov Foundation's temporary containment plan is as follows. Unregistered Arcanist. Isolde Don Dissersdorf. Preliminary threat assessment report has been prepared, and the subject meets the level 3 containment criteria in the St. Pavlov Foundation's underground shelter. We will temporarily mobilize the Razor Squad, a special operations squad stationed in Prague, to arrive in Vienna and assist the investigative team in any way possible to ensure their safety throughout the containment process. Unregistered Arcanist, Clara Vingler. Clara, bleh. A preliminary threat assessment report has been prepared, and the subject poses a low level of danger in accordance with the containment management regulations. Document number 3. No mandatory containment measures will be taken. Please ensure her safety as she will be subpoenaed in the future as a material witness to the Vienna incident in accordance with the law. May the peace be with us. St. Pavlov Foundation headquarters. Okay. Wow, 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 wow. Well, that was really incredible and amazing, and I am pretty darn satisfied right now, anyway. I'm going to continue to digest this story after this point, for sure. No, why doesn't it... I want it to take me back to the event picture. There we go. There we go. I still need to digest this fully, but right now I'm feeling pretty hyped about it. I was really enthralled. It felt like it was I think it was at least, mostly the right amount of mystery and things making sense. You know, you need things to make at least enough sense so that your audience knows what the stakes are. That's one of the things that I'm always kind of a little bit hesitant on Reverse 1999. I'm just like, okay, this mystery is fine, but at this point I'm completely lost and I don't know what's happening. And there's no, like, I don't understand what the threat is and what the stakes are and what are we trying to do and all that stuff. But this time I was mostly able to follow it. It was still hard to figure out, like, okay, how often have these characters seen the year 1914 and, you know, stuff like that is kind of up in the air. But anyway, yeah, maybe I'll share more thoughts about it at my next stream. Like I said earlier in the stream, I am currently participating in the boycott Hoyoverse boycott thing, until Hoyoverse does something to show that they actually care about POC voices in regards to the skin tone colors of Genshin Impact's character designs in the upcoming era, Natlan, that looks like it's taking inspiration from Maori culture, Hawaiian culture, Nigerian culture, Aztec culture, and all that stuff. So you can expect more Reverse 1999 streams from me until something changes, you know, in that field. Anyway, wow. Oh boy, as we said. That's the theme of this event, I think. That was really worth it. You gotta read it. Check out the whole thing. The music was really cool. Like, really cool. I have nitpicks about different things, like the quality of the boss music. They should have used an actual orchestra recording instead of using the really cheesy sounding synthesized version. That was kind of a letdown, but I liked the piece that they picked out. I want to know what the names of all the pieces are so that I can look them up and, like, listen to them. And also, I'm curious how much of it was written for the game and how much is classical music that they are lifting, you know? So if you know any of that, let me know in the next stream. Or you can go to my Twitter or X, ShinyBotTV. And I've also got YouTube and Twitch, ShinyBotTV. Yeah, I basically stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays in general. I'm starting to aim for like a 1 to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time kind of stream schedule. But yeah, I want to send out a big thank you to all y'all for watching this, whether it was live or as a VOD. Either way, thanks a bunch. I'm going to see if there's anyone I can send everybody over to now that I'm going to be ending the stream. Nobody I know. Let's see. Oh, that's right. There's an interlude chapter of Chapter 6 after this one, isn't there? I totally forgot about that. All right. Well, I guess there's not really anyone that's jumping out at me for a person to raid, but I'll go ahead and just end it here. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go start getting dinner ready, and I hope y'all take care of yourselves. Make sure you drink lots of water. It's kind of hot out here. And if it's not hot where you are, make sure you stay warm. Either way, thanks again, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Bye-bye. Oh, so